Nijo had like 7 million kids and a wife.
The voice the character his voice is based on is just anyone sexual.
Yeah, but I've dropped some big hints for Sheesh.
Well, those hints have been like, oh, a wedding ring. Oh, you did say partner instead of wife. Yeah, okay.
What? No, because he acted super gay toward Nijo.
Oh, that's right. You were very gay towards Nijo.
I remember queer acts from everyone.
True.
They live in my mind rent-free. Kohaku's is with Teru. Alistair and Jupe toward each other.
Mm-hmm.
What? We're not gay. What are you talking about?
Are we not? Or is that a secret?
And Nara in my dreams.
What are we then, Jupe? What are we?
Boy, I hope that conversation doesn't come up for a long time, because I don't know how to handle it, and Jupe certainly doesn't know how to handle it.
You guys are just roommates.
Yeah, we're just roommates.
They're just
We're wagon mates.
Yeah, they live in the same fucking
We live in the same wagon.
You only criticize how each other masturbate.
Yeah, we're at the stage of the relationship where we make fun of each other for masturbating weird.
Well, that's just what bros do.
Yeah, exactly. Just
Bros being bros.
straight college behavior.
My college behavior was very different than that.
Yeah, mine too. But I lived at home.
Bro, sometimes you just jack off weird.
Did you know you make this weird noise with your mouth when you're jacking off?
You know when you jack off, you stick your pinky out like you're fucking drinking tea? Weird.
So item level and character level need to be equal, right?
What do you mean equal? Like, you're asking if you can buy a level 10 item?
Well, if I can buy a level 9 item.
You can buy a level 9 item, yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. Hi, by the way, welcome to Wildfolk. Welcome to Wild Dawn, the little preview campaign thing that we're doing. It's a mini campaign where we are testing out a bunch of weird experimental stuff to see how we like Pathfinder 2, and if we're going to use it for our next campaign.
And if you masturbate weird, write it down in the comments.
Yes, tell us how you masturbate. Join us on Discord, where you can learn more about how we masturbate.
Please don't join us to talk about masturbation.
Oh god, please don't perceive us.
Don't perceive us?
Especially while we're masturbating.
Yeah. Well,
Go away.
Except for those of us who are into it, then you can perceive us, but no touching.
Perceive feck while you're masturbating, but you have to kind of like pretend that you don't at first. So he really gets into it and surprised.
Gotta be a little
make weird eye contact.
You gotta
in
be
the middle.
convinced. But don't perceive me while I'm masturbating, or I will get shy and I will not be able to finish.
Clenched too tight.
It'll
shoot back up into my sternum and be like, "Is it safe to come out now?"
Lord.
We gotta leave, anyways.
Okay, yeah, I'm done. Goodbye. Anyway, speaking of experiments, this is going to be a weird one because we're going to get as many people in as want to be in. We got Coden and Pip on the way. They're finishing things up. We're trying.
I don't want to be in, so can I sit the night out?
Yeah, go the fuck away.
All right, later, guys.
It might be a short one. It might be a long one. Who the fuck knows? Well, now I have to wait for him to come back to do the recap. Welcome back.
You missed the entire recap.
Yep, we did the whole recap while you were gone. Last week left off a million years ago before the vacation. By the way, before I even start this recap, we're getting into con season, which means we're going to have some weird weeks off, but I believe we're on next week. We might, maybe, run 2 games next week, one on Tuesday, one on Wednesday, but we'll see what works. We'll talk about that later. Because I know the week after that is FWA and we'll be out. Anyway, when we left off, you guys had taken a ride through the belly of a whale across the Liberty Gulf, or rather under the Liberty Gulf, to a little town called Red Bell Rio in the nation of Wexisas, where you're supposed to find somebody named Madame Kokolo, who apparently is some sort of a mage or a wizard or an artificer or an inventor of some sort who has an anti-magic device that the cult needs to perform their ritual. You guys are the cult now, sort of. You guys are doing the cult's job because a lot of them got murdered.
We're the honorary cult.
You're the honorary cult.
B-team.
B-team, exactly. You're the emergency squad. While you were going undersea, you made a pit stop along a ley line that had a bunch of air magic that was creating sort of a field where the clear lung crystals could generate a pocket of air bubble for you, so that you could camp out undersea on the bottom of the ocean overnight. While you were there, you found some sunken ships that had some cool treasure, but they appeared to be Azantic, and they were rigged with alarms, and once triggered, an Azantic war demon, an Eidolon, very much like the one that Pip travels with, appeared and attacked, mind-controlling several underwater beasties to help with the fight. You guys were able to destroy it before they destroyed all of your breathing crystals and continued on your journey until eventually, the next day, you arrived in Red Bell Rio. The head of Guppy, or not Guppy, what is his name? It is Guppy, yeah. Head of Guppy kind of breaches through the surface of the water, and you feel this kind of like moving of his internal organs as he starts to basically spit you guys out like Jonah. You emerge on the sandy beaches of a dusty red rock kind of cliff-built city. You can see that there are wooden buildings, horses drawing carriages, people in just scant clothing, not bare but poor. The lower class people seem to congregate around the river, and there are a bunch of them that are fishing and kind of just chatting. Some are pulling vegetables and meat to and fro. It's early in the morning, everybody's kind of just getting ready for work. But as you all emerge and kind of get your footing and turn back from fish into people again, there is one that looks down and says, "Hooey! I thought I'd done seen everything. Where'd you come from?"
How long are we fish before we turn to people?
It's like an awkward 30 to 45 seconds while your, like, bits and pieces of your fingers kind of transform back from fins and flippers into normal people. And at first it's like, that is quite a haul. Oh, you're no fish, you're a person. And eventually starts to kind of like sort out who is a person and who is just like a minnow that got stuck in Guppy's mouth along the way. But eventually you all turn back. Including the, you have your cart with you. I forgot if you brought anything other than just your cart.
Jackspin.
Jackspin's with you.
We had a mule.
I don't know. I guess the mule could be here. This is very
The mule
loud,
was
by
a
the way.
fish.
I'll turn this
I
down.
was gonna say we didn't have room for all of that, did we?
Yeah, I think you just got the cart and Jackspin. I don't think we were able to transform the mules.
I think we did. Because Chris and what was his name?
Fred.
Beef. Oh yeah, sure, Beef.
Beef, yeah.
I was
Fizzle
thinking of
Beef.
something with Beef, yeah.
Yeah.
Shred didn't want to become fish, just kind of laid.
That's right. He did the oh boy, what is it even called? Biscuit will know this. What's that kink called where you tie somebody up, put them in a suitcase, and keep them in the airplane?
Is there a
Storage.
name for that?
Sure there is.
Kidnapping?
Yeah, it's called storage.
Storage? That makes
Why
sense.
would you point me out?
Well,
Thank you,
because I
Biscuit.
know that you're into it.
I'm
Surely.
not, though, kind
You
of.
have okay, but you have a picture.
Listen,
Yeah.
But you have no, not real picture. It's art. It's art.
Am I wrong?
it's art.
Am I
It's
wrong?
art.
It was so creative. It was cute. It's a good picture.
You were the one who answered correctly too, so we were right to ask.
Yeah, absolutely. I come to you for your expertise, Biscuit.
Well,
It didn't do
Wow.
anything for me. I just really, I thought it was a neat idea. I thought it was a cool concept. I thought it'd be funny.
Just as kind of like a
Yeah.
joke,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
little joke to myself.
Little prank.
Like I just like to. I just sometimes think, wouldn't it be funny if someone like put me in a suitcase? Haha.
Oh
I just have
man,
a
wouldn't it be
Jobby
funny?
Jobby's fetish, and I want to fuck the walls with Jobby Jolly's belly.
Christ.
Wow.
Not
How-
really. No.
How funny would
What's
it
up,
be?
guys? Nice to see y'all tonight.
Hello.
You came. It's been a bad session.
It's already off to a rough start.
Yeah, we're like 5 minutes in, and I'm already ready to call it. Just like
Yeah,
everybody
same.
go home.
Yeah. Jackspin remained a goblin because one, he's small
True.
and he can fit a bit easier, and like it's kind of there to keep us from being, I don't know, swept away by wild animals.
Yeah, that
He-
seems
he-
reasonable. And as you kind of emerge from your fishy form, he kind of like fetches your big fluffy coat, and oh yeah, Chair Bear. He has to kind of like.
No, Chair Bear's in the one.
Oh yeah, he's got his fancy
I have a
demi-plane now.
Pokeball.
Yeah, you have
He
a
has this
Pokeball.
sweet.
Then at the very least, he will kind of grab your finest clothing. Put this on, sir. Young master, we'll get you out of this poor area as quickly as we can. Don't look at them directly in the eyes. It'll be all right.
It's been a long time since I've seen commoners. At least live once.
Jesus.
Jesus.
God.
The man in overalls with no shirt underneath and a big straw hat, basically skin and bones, and a fishing pole that he's got kind of slung over his elbow as he smokes, says, "You all in town for the festival? I ain't seen nobody come by sea before."
What festival?
The Hellsmorn Festival. Surely that's why you're here, huh? We got the best Hellsmorn this side of the Wex's Sass.
What do I know about Hellsmorn? This is accent changing it.
Yeah, it sure is. Give me society, or I guess
I'm
religion.
from around here, right?
Yeah, you would know.
So
Yeah, you can do either one of those checks. You can throw a +2 on yours.
Society or religion?
Society or religion. Society is the better option between the two.
Do you want a
I've got
secret?
+8 more on religion.
Sure. If you want to do it secret, that's cool.
I don't, because I don't ever remember how to do that.
That's fine. I'm not going to be super strict on this. Typically, I'm only going to call for secrets if it's going to, like, impact your immediate behavior.
Yeah.
Sick. 20 religion, 28
This is
religion,
more
20
because if I
society.
crit fail, you can give me wrong information.
I
And I
do-
can just spout it out like an idiot.
That is kind of fun.
It's kind of fun.
Pip, you don't know anything about this festival. You were just born
Of
a few
course.
weeks ago. Your mom has told you a couple times, though, because you've asked about it and because you literally feed on it. Your mom has mentioned that there are 2 suns, and that has been weird to you because the entire time you've been alive, there's only been 1 sun in the sky. And she has mentioned to you that there is a second smaller sun that is currently hiding behind the big sun that you see right now, and that one day it will come out. And you know that that littler sun is called Hell. Shred.
Oh, Mom, is it almost 2 Suns Day?
It is. It should be very soon. Maybe tomorrow or the morning after. Shred knows all of the above, but you would also know that there are certain religions or regions that celebrate the first morning where Hell peeks out from behind Zion. And it is usually called Hell's Morn. With a 28 religion, that's actually pretty good, too. Did you already throw the +2 on that?
30. I didn't
Okay,
put
that
the
is
+2
30.
on.
Yeah, with
Yeah.
the 30, you would also know that a lot of these religious festivals focus on kind of celebrating and confronting your fears and evils. It is very much a day where people dress up as scary things and try to spook each other. It is, I don't want to call it the Halloween analog, but it's the Halloween analog. It is kind of a celebration of all that is evil and scary as a way to come to terms with those fears and to kind of humanize isn't the right word for it. Almost a way to belittle them, I guess, to caricature them so that they become less frightening.
Okay.
All right.
Mal, with your society, so you would know that
What
Hell's
do poor
Morn.
people do?
I don't know if you know what poor people do. What you do know is that Hell's Morn is like the national holiday of Tartar. Or not Tartar.
Oh, it's our national Taitar.
Taitar. I
It's
always
our
get it mixed up.
national holiday.
Yeah, it's a huge deal for you guys because most of Taitar is fiendish. It is a lot of tieflings, and tieflings are essentially the descendants of angels, of gods that have allied with hell, which is a long way of saying that most of the people that you grew up with, and especially among the nobility, have very strong connections to hell. And when hell finally emerges in the fall for the first time, it is viewed as a huge deal. And looking around this place, you can see that there are like silk streamers put up. A little way down, you can see that there's some people playing like some street music. You see kids running around with shoddy little masks on. Some of them are dressed up like dragons and knights and chasing each other. Nothing at all like what you're used to. You're used to just like full-on parades through the city, bands that are playing at every corner. It is a massive deal over in Tyler.
How quaint. I'm so used to this holiday by kind of watching it from the balcony of my window and not really putting any effort into it. I celebrate by sleeping through the entire day.
True, probably true.
But you know what? I'm here with everyone. We might as well do this all together. What is everyone's fears? What do you want to turn into?
Oh, you don't really turn into it. You dress up as it.
Oh yeah, I'm taking requests. I can turn you into anything you
Oh.
wish.
My
Anything.
greatest fear is becoming a monster.
See, it's things like this when we read about talking.
My
I've always
greatest,
been afraid of birds.
Birds.
my greatest fear is smashing my thingy in the waffle iron again.
Yeah, probably dying alone as a gross, disgusting old woman with no one who loves her.
Oh boy.
These are difficult costumes.
Yeah.
These are difficult costumes.
Mine's easy. I'll dress up as a waffle iron.
Oh,
All
can we-
right.
Great, he's got it.
All right. By the power of hell! And he veils everyone to look like what they wanted.
Oh my god, okay. Either identity or appear to be another ancestry. Okay. Yeah,
Just
fuck
costumes.
yeah, it's just costumes. This is great.
This is 5th level. So,
A 5th level spell? Jeez.
Fucking wild.
well, it was prepared at 5th level, right?
Yeah. It's basically seeming. It also gives
It's-
their voices and smells. Interesting.
Yeah. So, like, if you really wanna,
I smell
You want to smell like waffles? Yeah.
you look like waffles. You're like a waffle zombie. Yep.
Hooray!
I didn't say mine, but I was thinking about the waffle.
No,
So-
go on.
Oh,
This
well,
time.
oh, there's still time? Okay, well, I got to think about it.
Yeah.
I was
I
going
do
to get
this
away with not
assuming-
saying it.
Yeah, I do this assumingly after I get everyone's like requests.
Okay.
Oh.
What kind of monster do you not want to look like?
Mal, I haven't changed at all. What does that mean?
It means look inward.
What?
I hope Bobble just looks like a walking tombstone.
Yeah, I don't know how
Oh,
like embody a
she's-
costume of loneliness.
she should become a bear.
Oh.
Oh,
I'm
that'd
not
be fun.
we killed that fucker. You're not.
That's the
afraid of
reason
anymore.
she's lonely.
What if you become...
Oh no. She probably has a husband she abandoned in this town, honestly.
Just dress as him then.
Yeah, okay. I'll dress as one of my ex-husbands.
Oh my lord.
Oh my goodness.
Amazing.
One preferably in this area, too.
I'm
Oh well, now you look and sound like him.
He's definitely still alive right now. Definitely still alive.
imagining sort of just like a wrinkled, kind of lanky frog with a straw hat.
Yeah.
This
Wife
weird
beater.
mustache. Oh, well, maybe not a wife beater. Seems a little anachronistic, but whatever the equivalent that is. Probably just a dirty shirt or whatever. A pitchfork over his shoulder. Oh no, he's a prospector for sure. He's got a mining pick.
Yeah, that's
So
right.
he's got like the mining pick, the big hat, the overalls where like one of the straps is broken and like
Yep.
never like
Mhm.
nothing under the overall.
And for some reason, he has just enough teeth to make it clear that he's missing some.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm gonna make it big for you, baby. I just gotta get lucky.
Let's go, get lost. That's what he said. That's what he said until he left and never came back. Maybe he died of black lung in the forest alone, but I don't care. I still hold a grudge.
No, the answer is he got lucky. That's what happened.
He got lucky and left. Yeah, that guy.
The worst
Oh,
option.
Oh god.
I hit the big one.
No.
Lord Almighty.
Oh. Okay.
I just turned into a snake over and over again.
A
Excellent.
lot of
Over and
snakes.
over, just multiple snakes.
Just lots of snakes.
Like
no,
the
just
snake pile
a
and-
single snake, but I have to recast it every minute.
Oh, okay.
I turn into something I fear, the working class.
Oh my god.
A job. Any employed person.
I don't fear them, I fear becoming them.
Right.
Or you have to have... Okay. You would still just dress up as them, though, right?
Yeah, I suppose, I don't know, what's the most hardworking? A fisher? A farmer? A fishing farmer?
You're a
Hey,
food
you.
service worker.
Probably like a farmer or a miner. Yeah.
Yeah, I think I'd be like a coal miner. But it looks like
there
the
we go. That's
Zoolander
manual
version.
labor.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the Zoolander version of coal miner, where it's very like fashionable.
Yeah, this man has never seen an actual laborer in his life. It's the cartoon version of what he thinks a miner looks like.
Well, here's the thing: the House Belfagast, we love laborers and workers because they do our jobs for us. We pay them to do those things.
Okay.
Our beliefs are that you have to treat your workers very well, or else they'll rebel, and that's a lot of work to deal with.
Incredible. Anyway,
Stinky!
And I turn into just a big like secretary bird
hell yeah.
dressed for like kickboxing.
Stinky, tomorrow there will be 2 suns. It's gonna be the greatest day ever. Our power will be incomprehensible for all of us plant people, you know.
Will you be eating extra?
I normally, if I'm hungry, I just sit down on the ground and let the sun shine on my leafies, and I get stronger from it. So if there's 2 suns, I'll be
I'm
twice.
excited. You
Maybe
might
I'll,
gain some hellish powers.
maybe I'll even be as big as Gargle.
Forget how big Gargle is at this point in time, but he has grown tremendously.
It's grown like a foot every level.
Yeah, something like that. I think he has had like a drastic change every level.
It's like 9 feet now.
God.
It's probably not 9 feet, but
What is
if we're
Cody
following the
thinking?
trend.
You know that that artist thing where they draw like a really tiny cute character as an extremely buff dude, like a Pikmin, but that like a buff Pikachu kind of thing going on.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
amazing. But he's still got like the tiny head.
Little itty bitty hat.
Yeah, just kind of poking out from this mountain of shoulders.
Grits just turns into a normal heart. That's what he's afraid of.
He's afraid of
Being
normal.
not animated.
Yeah.
Huh.
Huh.
And he rolls around instead of walks.
Sphere is non-existent. Well, I guess existence. But...
Yeah. What would Coden's costume be?
What do you call those people that never go outside? They got the suits, the fancy clothes, and they just kind of poke at papers all day.
Bureaucrats.
Actuaries?
That one. Wait, no, I don't. What are they called? Office things. Those guys.
Managers.
Salaryman?
A retail manager.
Oh, specifically retail.
I don't know. He doesn't really know much about anything in the cities, really, but he thinks that's the absolute opposite of his life. So really, he just got to dress up in a really nice suit. Ends up looking good, but
Hell yeah. Very
There you
dapper.
go. You have a very tiny bowler hat with your suit.
Hey, Mr. Overall Man, do you know Madame Coco? Where does she live? We need her so we can make a god.
He kind of like stoops down to your level and extends just a couple fingers for like a finger shake. It's like, oh, my name is Jericho. I'm so sorry. I should have introduced myself. Jericho Grimsby. Who you was looking for, Madame Coco?
My mom is. I'm just asking for her because she doesn't talk your language.
He looks over your shoulder. Oh, that's your mama. That's a great costume, by the way. That's very impressive.
Thanks, I'm a waffle iron.
I mean, you know what? Never mind. Your costume's great too. Madame Coco. Well, let me see. Does he know anything?
about what?
The name sounds kind of familiar. I think that might be one of them highfalutin folks up top. I think they might have been throwing some of the festivities or something. I don't know. The name it rings a little bit of a bell, but not a big one.
Okay. Can I have your hat?
Can you have my hat?
It's really cool.
Give me a persuasion check with your silly advantage thing.
30.
Beautiful.
You plus something because of
Roll a
if I
natural 19.
He takes a moment and he kind of looks over you and the rest of your crew. Like, well, y'all look like maybe you're not from around here. Maybe you. I'd do a trade with you. You got like I don't know, you got like a silver piece.
Here's a silver piece.
I think he would look amazing in your hat.
Jack's been paid the man.
I can trade you. I've got he sets they sit down their little satchel and start digging through it. I've got do you want a blowgun?
You know what? Actually, that is a 40 with your +1. You know what? I believe in the heart of hospitality. You know what? You all seem like nice folk. You've been good to me, and I got a bigger fish story to tell than any of the guys down at the bar. You go ahead and take my hat, all right? You be safe.
Well, you can have the blowgun if you want. I never use it anyway.
All right. Well, you're very kind, and he'll take the blowgun and kind of look at it. And it's like he doesn't know how to use a blowgun. You smoke? You smoke out of it?
Don't hurt yourself.
No, here, you stick one of these in the end of it, and then you blow in it really hard. I can't do it because I don't have lungs.
Yes,
My voice
definitely
is just
don't
a
use
series
this,
of like grass reeds rubbing against each other. So
Why do you have this?
I just found it somewhere. It looked
I
neat.
guess-
I thought maybe I would need to trade it someday, and here we are. So
Well, so begins your trade-up quest.
It's very insightful of you.
thanks, Mr. Jericho. And I put the hat on and run around as a waffle iron wearing a cowboy hat.
Amazing. All right. The town is yours. You guys are welcome to explore as you see fit. If you guys have any plans for how you're going to try to track down Madame Kokolo, now's the time to pitch them, or you can just kind of wander and see what happens.
Wandering around, do we see any unruly delinquents?
Oh my goodness, yes. Give me a perception check to see what you find, but for sure.
God.
For sure.
Bobble's
You do.
natural hunting grounds.
Chocolate bait.
Perception's its own thing. Yeah, okay, right. Why isn't it working? Hold on. I'm trying to click the dice. Oh wait, there it is. Well,
So, there is a point, as you're kind of just like walking through the slums. Everybody seems nice, everybody seems friendly, but you do see a lot of just rascal kids that are running around in costumes. They're not great. They're like very cobbled together. It's clear that you're in kind of the lower income side of town. But some of them are very creative. You see some of them have like stitched together bits of leather scrap to make bat wings. A couple of them have taken like just dead animal skulls and turned them into masks. And they seem to be running around kind of playing games with each other and also trying to like spook you a couple times. There's a few times where like as you guys walk past, a couple of kids will jump out and yell boo. Anybody who feels like they might be easily startled, give me a will save.
Wow, targeted?
Yeah, it was for you. I wasn't going to call you by name, but you know.
On the contrary.
Ooh, nice.
is everyone rolling?
These are easily started people.
It's mostly because they're children.
Right.
So I think I'm the only unstartled person.
The actual
wasn't.
child is the only one that is startled.
Yeah. The only scary part is proximity of child in general.
I mean, technically, that's a roll I can roll, but it's not really a roll I can win. So I don't know if.
Most of it, you guys are used to dealing with real, actual dangers. So a couple of kids jumping around a corner doesn't really catch anybody off guard or anything like that. It certainly might be unnerving for a lot of you to see so many just like unattended youths wandering the streets, but it seems to be the case down here, at least for today.
Fucking
Speak for
helicopter.
yourself. They're wearing skulls.
The first child that jumps in front of Bobbles, Bobble disguised as Bobbles, one of Bobble's previous husbands. She's gonna be like, oh, that's real scary, but want like a pointer or two?
They seem like taken aback, and after their attempt to spook you kind of fails, they look down and you can see they're holding this big like cookie tin, like your grandma would keep sewing supplies in. And they kind of like hold it up and shake it, and they hear that there's nothing inside. Oh, I thought we had him this time. Yeah, what do you got? Give me some tips.
Okay. The next time you gotta be more vocal. You gotta say some things. And the next time you jump up and scare someone. Say this to him. And how do I use this feat? Fucking I want to whisper disturbing knowledge in their ear.
Oh gosh.
Sure, I think it should be listed under your feats on the feats page. Let's see.
Yeah, but like I don't know how to like actually use do the fucking thing that makes it appear in the chat.
All right, let's see. Feats. If you
Click the icon.
click the little book icon.
Oh, okay.
There you go. Okay. Lord. All right. Yeah. You can pick to do just one, or you can AoE it. So you're doing just this one kid.
Just this one kid, and then I'm gonna tell him to like say it to as many people in the town as he can.
All right, give me an occultism check.
Gotcha. Okay.
Build DC you're looking for here is pretty low. I'm gonna call it 14.
Okay. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Do it. You begin just. Well, tell me what you do. You whisper like an actual message, or is it just like speaking in tongues? What does it sound like when you do this?
It's speaking in tongues, but the child also hears the name of beloved family members and friends that they will come to know or know already. Next to some like harsh growls and horrible like.
Gotcha.
Things.
So this is like the fantasy equivalent of going on 4chan and posting someone's like real life address and school and employers and stuff like
Yep.
that. Okay. As the message begins to sink into this child, you watch as his eyes go wide, his hands begin to visibly tremble. His friends look at him and like take steps back, like clearly realizing that something has gone wrong. His skin flushes like he's seen a ghost, and he bolts. He just begins to run off, screaming and crying. As he does, he drops this little cookie tin, and as it clatters to the ground, you can actually hear a bit of a heavy thunk, like there's something inside of it now.
Oh, what's this? Can I open the tin without picking it up and then just peek inside?
If you just kind of want to like prop the lid open without actually picking it all the way up, you prop it open. Inside, there appear to be 4 or 5 freshly baked cookies. Kind of a variety. There's like some chocolate chip, a snickerdoodle. They're warm, like they were just made.
Oh, what? Well, ain't that adorable? Who's gonna give us some treats? You guys want to take some?
Pip steps up next to Bobble and looks at the other kids that have, after their friend ran away, and is like,
She's a skeleton boy.
The rest of them all like they run off after. Hey, come back! Hey,
Okay.
Wait, remind me what Shred's dressed as?
What was that?
What's Shred dressed like?
Oh, we hadn't gotten to it yet. Oh, I don't know. I can't really think of anything. No, dragon. What color are dragons? What colors do they come in?
I think the answer is yes.
The answer is yes. Oh, any color. Ooh, a gold dragon sounds cool.
Ooh, yes.
Do they come in gold? That seems excessive. Are
Maybe
their
an
scales
acid
like
breathing
made
one.
out of gold? Oh, they breathe acid?
Yeah.
That's weird.
Definitely not fire. That'd be weird.
Really? Gold's not fire?
I think gold is actually fire. I'm just trying to wrap up biscuit.
Oh, okay.
Well, you're not going to win this time. So, I've got nothing to say.
Yeah, I think gold. That sounds cool.
Hell yeah.
Sounds scary.
All right, Bippity Boppity, you're a gold dragon.
Super hot.
I want the head to just be like a pelt kind of deal, where it's like the top of the head's above you and the bottom of the head's under your jaw, or you might not have the bottom of the head. Either way,
Hell
if
yeah.
I can do that, that'd be cool.
Wow. Gold dragon, cool color. What do you breathe? Capitalism or?
That's me.
Was gold not the right choice?
Got him.
How quickly he turns.
I want real life biscuit. I just want real life biscuit to dress code up this because I don't know what I'm doing.
Oh.
With a suit. It's way too tight.
Well-
It's a dog.
He needs a waistcoat.
Okay.
You dressed him all fancy, like a butler.
Well, like a
The
big
bowler
shot.
hat.
Big shot that works all day, hates his life.
Oh yeah, you definitely need the little armbands. I don't know why. I
No,
always
no, no.
I have
imagine
no
those.
idea.
And those old-timey people who are very rich, they have those fucking armband things that keep the sleeves from rolling down too
Right,
An
much.
arm
stupid top
garter.
hat.
Yeah.
No. He needs a pressed white shirt and suspenders and slacks and some nice shoes.
Oh boy. Shoes.
Yeah, she's. They're
And like
This
a
shiny.
isn't
pipe.
real though, right? Like he doesn't really feel like he's being strangled by his
You don't.
clothing, or okay, good,
You
perfect.
can be naked if you wish underneath. I would not recommend it this last 1 hour.
Yeah, no.
As you guys
All right.
continue on your way, you eventually get to kind of a little bit of an intersection over here where there's a bridge that crosses over the river. You can see that there's some sort of a storehouse on a little island between, but there's also a road that goes up an incline to what appears to be a slightly nicer part of town. And standing in the middle of this intersection here, looming over all of you on stilts, is what appears to be a tiny little man, a gnome or a halfling or something like that, who is powdered up and chalked to look like a skeleton. He's got skeletal face paint, black robes, and a big, long sickle that goes all the way down, like 12 or 13 feet down to the ground, even with his stilts on. And he's barking out to passers-by and eventually looks at all of you approach and barks to you. Come on down! Oh my god, I should have prepped the speech. Come on down to the science fair. See the latest marvels in technology at the Hellsmorn Science Fair at Prairie Clover Park. And he kind of like waves this big arrow-pointed sign up the ramp.
What kind of made-up mumbo-jumbo is science? What?
The
Can I
latest
have
in
your-
magic and technology. Together, the marriage of evil.
No, I like the sound of this.
I don't know these words. Well, I do. Don't know what they mean together. Sounds interesting.
Where'd you get those stilts at?
He looks down and kind of like pushes a little button on his chest, and you watch as whoop, he shrinks down. The stilts kind of retracted. Now he's almost about the same size as you, only about a foot or so taller. You want to know a secret? I made them myself. Aren't they great?
Can you make me some?
For a price, how much gold you got, little waffle iron?
Oh, I don't know.
He sets his pistol down on the ground to look at how much gold he has.
After we just got 1,000 gold.
Isn't that Sun's pistol? How did
I
you
have
get that?
409 gold pieces.
Where'd you get 409 gold pieces, little guy? You shouldn't be walking around with that kind of money. Don't let people know you're carrying that with you. They might get a little feisty.
That's okay. My mom looks out for me. And
There's like a horse-sized demon following me around.
Oh, now that's a hell of a costume. Nicely done. Well,
thanks. I'm a waffle iron with a cowboy hat and a gun.
I'll tell
You're
you
like-
what.
You're like this man I heard a song about once. He's called Big Iron. You took it a little more literally. I like Little Big Iron, I will call you.
Little big iron. I'm gonna be big iron, just regular big iron once I get some stilts.
I'll tell you what. 5 gold pieces, you can have these stilts.
Okay.
That's a ripoff, Pip. It's stilts.
Oh, 1 gold piece. My friend says you're ripping me off.
Ooh, give me a persuasion check.
Can I try to supplement that?
Sure. How do you just kind of like jump in and try to join in the negotiations?
No, I just kind of hang out behind him.
Okay, you just try to intimidate him. I got it. Well, let's see. So, Pip does a little bit of negotiation, and it looks like this guy's like, oh man, he's really going to bargain with me. I got to take this serious. But then, presumably, you come up behind him and kind of like motion down towards the pistol one more time or something like that. It's like, oh, well, listen, I don't want no trouble with outsiders. You guys look like you're mighty capable. I can part with these stilts for 2 gold pieces. They're automatic. Do you know they're automatic? I push this button, I go up, push it again, I go down.
Okay, fair enough.
No, it's not. I'm
Looks-
pretty sure I can go one town over and get a bundle of like dozen stilts for 1 gold piece.
That's far away. This is right here.
And I give him the 2 gold coins.
All right, he does actually, after he pockets the gold, he takes a moment to help you like get him around your tiny little stubby legs. He's about the same size and proportions as you, so it's not a terrible fit. And he shows you this button goes up, this button goes down. Sure, you got some stilts. You got some automatic stilts. Action to toggle them on and off. You probably are like, I don't know, clumsy something or when you're up there, but you can be
for sure.
You can be tall. You can be a tall waffle iron.
Can we get some
Mom!
like leather cowboy boot covers for the
Mom, I'm almost as tall as you. Mom, Mom, can we live here?
Maybe after we're done with everything. Be very careful. You are quite tall, though, aren't you? Look at you.
Look at this tree.
What do you see from up there?
I look around. What do I see?
Give me a perception check.
If you look down, you see Stinky with his fist up in the air like he's watching a rocket launch. Go on.
Pip like shrinks back down to.
Pip, Stinky, come up here. You can see the whole city up here.
He'll hop
Can you
up.
see Madame Charlemagne from up there?
I don't know. Jericho said that she lives uptown and with the rich people. Let me check.
With a 25, you're able to see a little bit of
Rich
over.
people have Quint. In this town.
Over to the east side, you can see what looks like kind of a mining community. You can't really make out details or anything, but you can at least see like big lifts kind of lifting and setting down cargo, and you can hear the sound of just miners moving metal carts along rail. Up this way, you can see just kind of a slightly nicer part of town, but it still appears to be mostly residential, aside from like a tavern on the corner. But you do see from farther up, kind of over in this direction, there's a couple kind of pillars of black smoke, like there's a big fire going on. Yeah, that's about all you would be able to see with 25 from here.
Okay, perfect.
I don't see Madame Kokolo anywhere, but I also don't know what she looks like or where I should look or what I would see.
You don't really know what to look for, huh?
Is Pip taller than me when he's on these stilts?
Oh yeah, for sure. These stilts probably about 10 feet long. They're big old stilts. And actually, I really should do this. Pip, give me a reflex save or an acrobatics check, either one.
He just BRB.
Oh shit.
He's fine. He'll be fine.
Why is everybody in this party getting taller than me?
Even Pip's taller than you are now.
True.
Do you wish to
Everyone
be
is
6 inches taller as your costume?
Is my tail getting longer as I level up?
It can be if you want.
Cool.
Cool. We did it.
Your tail's so long.
Just getting buffer.
Are you gonna go by Pokemon logic and your tail counts in your height?
Well, I'm gonna go like by lizard logic.
Okay.
You measure from tail to tip.
Weird. Wait, Gonan's just getting buffer, and well, overall just bulky. It's not like he's shredded. He's just more bear.
Yeah.
Just more bear.
More BEAR.
You've gotten rounder, but also stronger, it
Hey.
appears, and fluffier.
Well, I take that as a point of pride.
They just get new liver spots, which you slow.
I'm surprised you still get any changes considering your condition.
I figured you would get shorter, if anything.
More crescent shape.
I will mention on a 25, and this is actually something that almost all of you guys would see too, not just Pip. When you kind of like take a moment to sit still and observe your surroundings for a while and kind of take things in, you start to notice that there's an unusually high number of large spiders. It's not like the place is crawling with them, but like you look over at a sign and there's a tarantula crawling on it. And you look over to a brick wall and you can see there are a couple of them climbing up the side of the brick wall.
Thanks, I hate it.
There's like a couple of them that are like on the side of a bridge. It's almost like, in a normal city you would just see birds every now and then. It's almost like that's the deal here with tarantulas. This place just has a big tarantula population.
Oh, I hate it.
What?
Boy, I came back at the
Thanks,
wrong
I
time.
hate it a lot.
It's like
Like
some of those
real?
cities where they have like a wild iguana thing.
Yeah.
But it's like, iguanas are kind of cute.
Yeah.
But then you made it tarantulas.
Yep.
I asked just someone what's up with the spiders.
Just like a random passerby.
Yeah, like a kid maybe.
Oh, aren't they
They
cool?
seem
Look,
they seem
real-
like they're fine with it.
Yeah, they're real friendly. Look. There's one. And he runs over and he like spends a couple minutes and we'll see how this goes.
Gets bitten and immediately his flesh starts to slough off.
No, Nah, he takes a second and he kind of like scoops a hand out, and you watch as like almost like these tarantulas are used to it. Climbs into the hand and just kind of like sits there and rolls his arm around, and the tarantula kind of like stays on top of it. They're real friendly. They're nice. I don't know. They just like it around here. It's warm, maybe.
Oh, okay. I guess they're used to the people. I suppose I can try and hold it.
There you go. Be real gentle. And he holds his hand out.
That's
take a part of the local customs, I suppose.
Yeah. You hold your hand out, and he kind of like extends his arm so that the spider has to like crawl up it. And you watch as it does crawl onto your arm, and it kind of tickles a little bit. It's kind of fuzzy and maybe a bit heavier than you were expecting.
It's like a pound.
Yeah, something like that.
That's a heavy tarantula.
On your 20 nature check, you do notice that this tarantula is very like bright. It's almost iridescent. Its hairs they have almost like this oil-like sheen to them, like a beetle's carapace or something like that, which is, I think, unusual for tarantulas. They're just a little more colorful than you might expect, I guess is the best way to put it.
All right. I don't think I've ever encountered tarantulas before. Maybe we have some in Taitar.
You probably at least know what
I know spiders.
Yeah. You probably haven't actually ever seen a tarantula, yeah.
I have a book on like animals.
Yeah.
Hey, Mal, can I just take a look at that little guy real quick?
He just extends an arm. He reaches quite far with his arm, and it like crawls down his fingers and down his extendable claw grip.
Yeah, Bobble.
Briefly, why?
Bobble just picks it up by the top of its body and takes a bite out of it.
The tarantula! No! Oh no!
You said, "Look." That normally doesn't mean you'd remove it and then eat it.
Can I make a check to just snatch it?
Sure, absolutely. I believe this would be like either acrobatics or just a straight up attack roll, maybe. Either one's fine.
Well, it's not my tarantula.
Yeah.
Acrobatics.
Arachnobatics.
Arachnobatics, I hate it.
As you try to grab this thing and start to bring it up to your mouth, it does, like, as your mouth opens and you start to, like, flick the tongue out, it reacts pretty quickly and starts to skitter away.
Well,
it's fast.
The little boy's like, well, hey, I don't think you're supposed to be eating those. They're not very tasty. I think their hairs might tickle your insides too. I don't think they're good for eating.
Oh, we were eating a lot worse around the homestead. I just wanted to sample your local cuisine. Considering you have these things everywhere, you probably stick them on a kebab or something, right? You're gonna need to.
I don't know. My pop says we're supposed to be friends with the spiders, but I don't know. They might be tasty.
Well, how skinny is your pop?
Well, he gets real sad and starts to walk off.
Oh no.
Bob, I'm gonna have to ask you to stop interacting with locals.
What?
And also leave the local fauna alone, probably. If you're gonna eat it, at least fry it
This is the second child you've frightened away. Or depressed, or given trauma. I don't know what happens deep inside the hearts of children.
I feel like of anyone on this party, I am the best at interacting with children. I've had like 30 by now, I think. I don't know how many did I leave, but whatever.
You're also quite senile.
This mine's a mental prison.
Oh, all right.
Where did that well go, Bobble? What happened with the well? How deep was that well?
Oh, well.
What are you talking about? Wells? They forget a well somewhere.
You mean the one I tell my kids to hide in whenever the local fauna gets a bit too aggressive because we've been eating them too much?
The well we threw your children in!
Yeah, we took them out and then we set them on sail somewhere else, right?
Yeah, they're in a boat somewhere.
They're on a boat somewhere. Somewhere.
Okay.
We've been on the road for a while, right? They probably reached Taitar.
Yeah, it's like 4 or 5 days.
They're probably not in Taitar yet.
They just went to a farm upstate, guys.
Yeah, You got farms in Taidar, right?
Sure.
Yeah.
You got local. You got like bugs that they can just pick up and eat off the ground too, right?
Usually get them in stores. I don't know if you just pick them off the ground. Is this something? It just looks around. Is this something poors do? Just eat bugs.
Jackspin's like, there are actually bugs outside of the capital, sir. We just buy you the store-bought ones because it's easier.
Yeah, like lobsters. Those are bugs, right?
Yeah, bugs of the sea. Yes, correct, sir. As you guys are having this conversation, there's the clip-clop of horses, but as it comes around the corner, they start to sound more jingly and heavier than usual. And you see that coming around the corner is a cart being drawn by a pair of entirely metal horses. They appear to be, at first, just heavily armored, like you might see on a gallant knight in a parade or something. But the more you look at them and the closest that you get, you see that there's no flesh under the metal plates. It appears to just be a fully metal-plated horse that is pulling a cart. And in that cart, you can see that there is this clearly magical construct with 7 arms, each of which is holding like a knife or a spatula or a kitchen utensil, and it is simultaneously like cooking and serving a bunch of food out of this cart. And it has a big sign that says Madame Coquelot's Hellsmorn Science Fair in Prairie Clover Park. And it begins to go past you, and you're just met with the smell of delicious deep-fried carnival food, basically. This horrible, terribly bad for you food that smells amazing out of this cart.
One moment.
Oh man.
You there? On the cart?
You call out, and there is no response. The horses keep going, and whatever it is in the cart that's making the food doesn't seem to react to you.
That's rather rude.
It's going to the fair, though?
It certainly seems so. It has a sign for the fair, and it starts to go up this ramp and then kind of around the corner this way.
I suppose we could just follow it.
Yeah, maybe they have more cool stuff there, like stilts and hats.
Right. I release Chair Bear.
Can I hop on one of the horses?
You can certainly try to, yeah. They're not moving super fast. Give me a pretty easy acrobatic check.
I just love this world. Like, instead of having horseless carriages, they just had horse-drawn horses.
Yeah.
They just recreated horses.
Does seem a little redundant. Seems like overkill, honestly, but...
But it's cool.
There are steam trolleys without horses.
23 is plenty.
Trolls.
You kind of come up to this thing and hoist yourself up onto it. It doesn't have a saddle, but, you know, it's easy enough. You're nimble. And once you get up to it, you're, I don't know, perhaps a little surprised to find that it's, like, entirely cold, almost a little chilly between your legs. Which is unusual, given that it seems to be made of iron, kind of polished iron or steel, in the middle of the hot morning sun. It doesn't seem to react very much to you hopping onto it, and it just continues to trot on its way. Everybody else sounds like they're following. Pip, if you're following on the stilts, I need either acrobatics or a reflex save.
Absolutely. It'd be my great pleasure.
Does he move faster now?
I assume
depends on
much
how he rolls,
slower.
I guess. It's probably going to be slower.
Slower, but his, strides are bigger.
Right, he's got a big stride. Really
the
depends on
back.
how well he controls it.
Do y'all
my
remember
acrobatics
the
is
episode
only-
of SpongeBob where he went to the prom
Yeah.
and how he looked when he was trying to walk on those stilts?
Oh
Accurate.
my god.
It didn't go well.
My acrobatics is not good, but my reflex save is pretty decent because
Okay.
me and Mom have like a shared vigilance thing. So if this
Oh,
goes
true.
well, it's because Mom helps me.
It's because Mom
Oh,
helps you.
she's
Yep,
watching
that makes
you.
sense.
Oh, it's taking the training wheels off. That's cute.
Hey, look at that.
Hey, that's
Adding
pretty
it
good.
on.
Yeah, you get a good start going on your own. But then eventually, when you start to falter or fall behind, she kind of like crawls halfway up and does a little bit of just a helping motion. She kind of like swings the legs back and forth with you. And you're able to keep up pretty well, actually.
He's fucking just giggling like a maniac
This
Excellent.
waffle iron on stilts.
with a gun,
With a
in
cowboy
one
hat
hand
and a
cowboy
gun.
hat.
Is that Sun's gun?
It's Sun's gun. It's a +1 striking, piercing,
Son of a
dueling
gun.
pistol.
It's loaded.
Yeah, it is definitely loaded.
Gosh.
Sun doesn't have gun safety. All of his guns are loaded at all times.
Oh god.
Understood.
True.
Also, as a side note for Pip and Stinky, how long have we been traveling together? It's been enough time to get like basic hand signals, like "oh, this means rock," like just little basic communication.
I would assume they probably were working on that for sure.
Yeah, they probably had a bit of a
Little
bonding
simple
moment
things.
at the stone over at the Gulf,
Yeah.
and they were both
Overnight.
stoned out of their minds.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Okay. Excellent. That's all.
There are people that kind of point and cheer as you guys go by. You hear a couple of kids, can we go, can we go? And their moms will tell them, after work, we need to get this work done. Oh, okay. Why don't you go down to the mines and see what your father's up to? But eventually,
kids, go down to the mine.
Go to the mines.
I nap on courses.
Excellent. After a few
This
minutes,
is normal. Children work in the mines, right?
around here, you can give me a history check if you want. In Tidar,
Let's say it.
maybe. Probably not in your house.
No, we don't. We have safety rules. We don't want HR getting on our butts.
Yeah. You also just don't want anyone working ever.
Well, not us. We have help for that.
With the 24, you don't know a ton about Wex's ass, but you do know the rumors and the thing that Wex's ass is known for is being a notoriously kind of like the libertarian capitalist dream, right? Like, the money does the talking, that the market is free, and the kids can work the mines if they want to. It wouldn't be terribly unusual to find out that these kids were getting paid to work in a coal mine.
Oh, like canaries.
Yeah, at the very least, it would line up with the stereotype of life in Wex's ass.
Free market. I don't gotta pay those kids.
The kids pay me.
What do you think the free market stands for?
Yeah. God.
Free child labor. Anyway. Eventually...
Child labor ain't free. Kids are expensive to raise.
True. But they're real small, so they can get into the tight spaces. Eventually, the cart breaches into a kind of bigger town square where the buildings are starting to get nice. You can see that this is kind of the commercial district of this city. You can see that there are a number of taverns. There's kind of like a body saloon where you can hear piano music kind of coming out. And then it starts to head up this ramp and towards what appears to be a park. And I'll be right back just a second.
He's been abducted.
It's all
Okay, back. When you reach over the crest of this hill into the park, you can see what appears to be a little festival, a tiny fair. It's nothing glorious or glamorous. It's probably very underwhelming to you, Mal, being used to like city-wide celebrations. But at the very least, there's maybe 100 or 200 people in here with a handful of games and booths and things set up, and a big banner that reads Madame Cocollo's Hellsmorn Science Fair. And what strikes all of you as perhaps a little bit interesting is that most of the attendants are just regular people like you would expect, and a lot of the people that are playing games and eating are regular people, but a lot of the actual booths and displays and games seem to be manned by clockwork people, who at first glance look pretty similar to the clockwork soldiers and dogs and things that you fought from the Immerk army. Perhaps even a little unnervingly similar.
Ooh.
While we're moving around, Chair Bear is just kind of keeping the poor away.
Oh my God.
Right.
Like, providing cover, keeping them from, like, reaching over and touching.
Cat rescue? Cat rescue?
Rescue?
It's a cat rescue.
I've got
Why
stilts.
is it
This is a
near
job for me.
Why is it near the fire pit?
It's a rescue
I think
cat.
there's cats and burning trees over there that we have to rescue.
Yeah.
Oh.
From Pip's vantage point, he sees a pair of trees that appear to be on fire, and at the top of them are little tiny orange kittens that are like meowing like they're in trouble.
What in the fuck?
Guys, we've got a big problem. They're burning trees alive over there.
Okay, don't worry, I'll save the kitten.
Odin's with Pip on this one.
That way they don't suffer.
Wait, no.
Some do, actually.
No, if I had a pushing attack, I would. But
Alright.
Do you think a kitten can take
Coward.
40 damage?
that
Oh, no,
wasn't
that's
damage.
Never mind. That's
the
just
hit.
sheer. Oh my god.
Let's see this damage.
Let's see, we
35.
That kitten's a red mist.
Yeah, I think the kitten would probably be dead.
Oh no.
Reduced to a fine red mist.
As you start to run forward, Shred and Crest, you can see that at the base of these two trees that appear to be on fire, there is a human man, with this big kind of silk top hat on, carnival announcer clothes. He looks well dressed, and he's barking out, "Who will save these poor critters stuck at the top of them trees?" "Why, we will, of course, with our latest technology." And he motions over, and you can see that there's this strange kind of clockwork contraption that is standing at the bottom of the trees, built to help people who are in need, people who couldn't save themselves. We will revolutionize the future of fire protection. And he kind of motions and snaps his finger, and you watch as this clockwork critter wraps its arms around the tree and just shoots up. You hear gears whirring as this thing almost like pulls itself up with alarming speed, grabs the kitten, and then slides back down completely unscathed by the fire and sets it down. "You think you can do it better? Well, prove it. I don't think you can. Step right up."
How user-friendly is it?
About as user-friendly as climbing a tree that's on fire. That's why we made these damn things.
How tall are the trees?
Maybe 30 or 40 feet tall. They're pretty big.
I need an exact on that 30 or 40.
Let's find out. Uh, 35 feet tall.
In fact, these hexes don't work. Do you see this shit?
And Mom still is only medium instead of large.
Oh yeah, shit. I need to fix that. Let me do that real quick.
Who put the cats up there in the first place?
Oh, well, don't you worry about that. We would never harm real animals. And he kind of like waves his hand a bit and snaps. Both the cats disappear and reappear in the crux of his arm. He starts to pet one. "They're very cute, but they're completely fake. Don't worry about it."
What about the trees, though?
Well, they,
I take out the clipboard. CO2 emissions. Really bad.
Can I cast Speak with Plants and Animals on someone else?
You can if you want, I think. Let me check.
Oh God!
Please speak with the burning trees. I need Feck to do this voice line.
So
I was hoping you could
already
pass
do
it
it
on the carny and make him just
Yeah, pass it on the card.
pay for his listen for his crimes.
I was really hoping that this was going to be a carnival game, not just a display.
Yeah.
Oh, well, if you would like to prove yourself, you can race this thing. If you save the kitten before our machine does, you can win 3 tokens.
Nice save.
What are the tokens for?
Oh, glad you asked. If you go right over there and he waves his hand over to these tents, you'll see that they have tons of wonderful display items that you can purchase with these tokens.
Are there any restrictions or stipulations on our method of rescue?
Certainly not. We broke all the rules. We believe the first rule is that rules are made to be broken.
What is the Swarm of Spiders costume? How is
what
that
do
a
you
costume?
Who knows, man? If you go over there and check it out, you might find out. What was I doing? Okay, yeah, Pip, speak with Kindred. Okay. I don't know enough about trees. I assume they're probably very dead already.
Probably.
Probably. They certainly appear to be, like, dry. It's not like... I mean, if they were still alive, they wouldn't have caught fire this easily. I think, thankfully and fortunately, these trees are already dead. And maybe that wasn't the case at the start of the day, but at least at this point, they're not screaming in agony.
Well, that's good at least.
How are they still burning? I assumed this was magical fire that was just kind of like...
Oh, we started with magic, and we control it with magic, but it is real fire. It'll hurt you, and I am going to need to sign this liability form if you decide to do the contest.
We'll look over at Cress.
Rez is sleeping.
Fell asleep already.
How what?
They need you to sign a liability form if you're going to do this. And if you're not going to, I'm going to.
Well, I think I could do it if someone would give me a little bit of a boost. But I'm curious to see what you have in mind. You go first.
You want a boost? What kind?
Just let me stand on your shoulders. Or maybe your chair.
Alright, you may stand on Chair Bear.
Is Chair Bear 5 feet tall?
He's 10 feet tall.
Perfect.
How often...
I prop Chair Bear up against the base of this tree.
Alright.
And then I climb up on the back of it.
Okay. Alright, so are you... You're signing up for the contest?
Yeah, sure.
Alright, it will be a silver piece to enter, and I need you to sign this waiver.
Okay, sure.
All right, and you sign it. You hand over the silver piece. All right, as soon as I pull this trigger, you hear bang. That means you can go. All right.
Okay.
He does a countdown. You see that on the other tree, on the next one.
Can I prepare an action?
Yeah, possibly.
As soon as the clockwork thing, or maybe before it. Actually, when he fires, can I launch grits at the machine to try and make him fuck it up?
Absolutely, I'm into it. All right, sick. He does a countdown.
While he's counting down, I'm just gonna climb up on the back of the chair bear.
Okay, excellent. As he gets about halfway through the countdown, he waves his hands, and you see the two little orange kittens appear up at the top of the burning tree and start meowing pathetically. And then eventually he pulls the trigger and fires. Grits goes launching over onto the robot. Okay, mage hand. Let's see. All right, you're just summoning a mage hand to get him down. Okay, we're gonna do this.
We're just grabbing it and lowering it down.
Perfect. We're gonna do this in initiative order because things are about to move very fast. Let me get initiative from Cress, from Bobble, and from this robot.
I don't. It's 60 feet now because it's heightened to 5. No. I don't think you even need to stand in chair bear.
Oh yeah, that might be true.
Yeah, you're right.
Cantrips auto heighten.
Yeah. You discover that it reaches further now.
I forgot how to roll initiative.
Right click your token, bottom right. And I am working on getting Mom big. I've not forgotten.
Aha!
You did forget though.
Big monk.
I'm so fat.
All right, Crest goes first. Summons Mage Hand. That is 2 actions. Crest will turn and moves it slowly up to 20 feet. Okay, excellent. So with one casting of the spell, you're able to kind of pick up this kitten and bring it a little more than halfway down the tree, kind of narrowly avoiding the fire, presumably.
It moves it slowly as part of that same action. Would it be faster to just maneuver it over me and then just kind of drop it? And let it fall?
You can. There would be a catch check involved, but it certainly would.
But I can catch a falling cat.
All right.
Sure you can.
All right, give me it'll be a dexterity or a reflex save for sure, and we'll call it, to catch a falling kitten. I'm going to call that 17. All right.
Yeah.
You hear this, as this cat, starts to fall down through the smoke and the fire. It drops down into your arms, and you're able to kind of just snatch it very elegantly in one hand.
So I just shove it out of the tree with my mage hand and catch it.
Pretty much, yeah.
So neat.
It's a fake cat.
It is a fake cat, and you do see that right after you catch it, it kind of poofs into just a bit of sparkles in your hand, and you see the Clockwork Carney on his turn seems to be just delayed by Grits up in its gears in the first place. Looks over and sees that the cat's already down, and the Barker looks at it. Well, very well, that was quite ingenuitous of you. That's not a word, ingenuitous? That was quite clever of you. We could use smart minds like yours, you know. Where'd you learn to do that? Oh, sure, it was a cantrip, but it was very well controlled. You must do this quite often, huh?
To do it for a living.
Well, if you're ever looking to make more of a living with maybe a little more of a paycheck, you come on by, huh?
Is it always going to involve putting cats in flaming trees?
Most of what we do is much more practical. This is just kind of a demonstration for the common folk, you know? And
what do you do?
As he's saying this, he does hand over 3 little kind of little copper-plated coins, and you can see that on the face of the coin there is a spider, and on the back, in this kind of nice embossed font, Madame Cocolo, Inventor, Esquire.
Esquire.
Let me get Mom's token before I forget, because I will forget eventually.
Expand to large.
I'm trying to figure out why it's not already doing it yet.
Mom. There's 2. Oh.
Do I get my silver back?
No, you don't. He keeps the silver and gives you the 3 tokens. You kind of get the feeling that you're paying a silver for 3 token pieces. Although it's worth mentioning, as you guys sit around and watch other people try to do this, you see, a couple of people think they can just climb it real fast, and they typically are much slower than the robot. A couple of them, throw rocks and knock the kitten down, but as it falls, it, it's dead. The fake kitten dies to the rock. Like, that doesn't count. Not all of them are as successful as you are.
All right, I do it, and as soon as it starts, as soon as they blow the whistle, I dispel the illusion with the spell magic.
Boy. Okay.
I'm just killing it, right?
Yeah, so you dispel the illusion, and the one at the top of the tree disappears. I think
this is a hypothetical. I want to be clear. I don't have dispel in it.
Okay. I gotcha. I think you would have to like make a new one in your hands for it to count. Who knows?
I give it a shot.
Absolutely.
Oh, like, I can't. Oh, yeah, go ahead.
He takes a silver piece, waits for you to sign the forms, gets the robot in position, does a countdown. The kittens appear at the top of the tree, and then the gun fires. Give me initiative. Alright, you are up first by a long shot.
I'll just take 2 actions and climb. Should be able to reach the top with 2.
Excellent. Boy.
I assume.
I sure hope so. Do you have a climb speed or anything like that?
Technically, no. But I think I do, actually, because this game is terrible. So I have this feat called Skillful Climber.
Yes.
You can scamper up and down surfaces nimbly as a monkey. You gain a climb speed of 10 feet. But if you have the Climber's Tail ancestry feat, your total speed increases to your land speed, which is 30 feet when climbing trees.
Yeah, absolutely.
There is no Climber's Tail ancestry feat. It just doesn't exist. There's a climbing tail ancestry feat,
I think it's just,
which I assume is what it's supposed to be.
It is, yeah.
Which I have.
Okay,
which I have. So I have a 30-foot climb speed in trees.
Absolutely. And you can also give me an athletics check to try to crit and add extra speed onto that if you want.
Sure. Actually. Do I have anything...
Crits come in 2 flavors, don't fall for it.
Do I have anything weird that I'm aware?
Thankfully, the DC for a typical tree is only 15.
That's still a 5% chance of critically failing.
Of critically failing? Oh, I see what you're saying. 5% for the nat one. I gotcha.
Yeah. You know. I could have swore that I don't know. I've looked at way too many feats. I don't think I have it.
Oh my god.
My god.
Lord almighty.
How do you do this? How?
Do what?
I don't know. Maybe we should play a better game.
I don't think it would change you rolling a natural one. So thankfully, let's see. I don't think, because you have a climb speed, I think it just means you move your normal speed.
Tried to warn him.
Move it up. Okay, yes.
You rolled a 1? I didn't see any rolls.
Yeah.
Where's the roll?
Alright. You
It's
move
there.
your normal speed, which is 30 feet, which gets you almost to the very top. The kitten
I'm a
is
refresh.
right in your grasp. Let's see how this thing does.
So that was. So I used 2 of my actions to climb.
Yeah.
So that's 60 feet.
Oh, shit. Yeah, that's enough to get to the top and presumably grab this thing with your third action and get most of the way down.
Yeah. And technically, because of my feat, or my gunslinger thing, one of those moves is a free action for me.
Sick. Yeah.
So 2 actions left. So I will get out of the fire range, and then I'm going to use my second action to dangle, and I'm going to use my third action to shoot the robot out of the tree.
Excellent. Give me an attack roll. There we go. That is enough for a hit. You kind of hit like right where he's reaching for one of the branches. You shoot and the hand like flies back. Surprisingly resilient, but enough to mess with his grip. Excellent. Let's see. He does a decent climb, but you are actually much faster than he is. This thing moves with an alarming speed for something so heavy and big and metallic. But it can't keep up with you, the professional monkey sailor who is used to working on rigging all the time. And especially with the extra shot. He's only about halfway up the tree by the time you get up there and grab the kitten. It is back to you. What do you do?
Well, here's my last action to drop.
Excellent.
Release my tail and fall to the ground.
Perfect. You have anything to like slow a 35-foot fall, or do you just take it?
I climbed partway down.
Okay, perfect.
Already.
Yeah, you got plenty of actions.
I dropped 10 feet.
All right, by the time you hit the ground, this thing is just getting up to the top. He calls it. It's very well done. That was quite impressive. You all seem like you're quite skilled in this sort of stuff. You're not from around here, are you?
How do I seem like I'm skilled at that?
We're looking for Madame Chardelaine.
Madame Kokolo.
Madame Kokomo, yes.
Yeah.
Right, of course, yes. Well, he holds
Chamar
up...
Malay or whatever.
Cucamonga.
Looking for Madame Cuckoo.
Madame Cuckoo, excellent. He will hand over your 3 tokens. And he flips one of them over to the backside that shows her name. Keep this a bit on the down low. She is trying to enjoy herself before she has to travel north for the big festival, but I heard a rumor that you might be able to find her over at the Spider's Den.
Ah, more spiders.
Why is it called that?
Oh, it's just kind of the local fair, you know? We got a theme here. Surely you must have noticed.
Your theme is spiders?
Well, it's not like we picked it, it's just where we settled.
I think you could have settled someplace else.
How many cities you seen called Greenwood or, you know, Peacock Way?
What's this place called?
Meadowbrook. The Red Bell Rio. We didn't name it. It's a bit of a long story. Mr. Bell.
Okay, when I hear Red Bell Rio, I don't think of spiders. I think of like peppers and a river, maybe.
Well, we do have both peppers and a river, but Red Bell Rio...
Are the peppers full of spiders? Is the river full of spiders?
The river is full of spiders. Actually, they're very fascinating. It's the ones with the long legs. They skitter across the surface using surface tension.
Fascinating.
Crest looks disgusted.
He actually kind of motions down to the east here where this river is kind of flowing, and you see there's a little fishing dock. And, you know, it's hard to spot from this distance, but you do see just kind of like a thin... carpet is too strong of a word for it, but yeah, there's a lot of little skittering water striders on the surface of this river.
But they're tarantula-sized ones.
No, those are not,
okay,
thankfully.
thanks, Fox.
These are regular size.
Ooh.
Yeah, I hate that image. That's the worst.
Well, so long as you're all living together and coexisting, that's good.
Yeah, they don't mean us no harm, and we take kind of good care of them if we can. They keep some of the pests away. Don't have to deal with no pigeons.
I have noticed there are no mosquitoes here.
Not many mosquitoes either, yeah. Pip, what's up?
No rush, but whenever Pip just goes running around these tents and looking at all the cool toys on his stilts.
Excellent.
I want fair food.
And I want to see, are there any activities that look like, just describe each of these activities.
Sure, let's go through.
Pip runs from one by one to find one he can do to win some tokens.
As you guys kind of take a look around the place, the shooting gallery is simple enough. There are some crossbows, some longbows, and even a couple of pistols and rifles over here. As well as another one of these clockwork contraptions. And you see that a couple of kids line up. One's got a pop gun, one's got a short bow. And they kind of begin firing arrows and shot. And as they take their time, like draw, fire, one every 20 or 30 seconds or so, this clockwork creation basically just lines up like the Terminator and back to back to back to back fires one on each of these 5 targets. The Barker's like, well done, you can have 1 token anyway. Come back sometime when you get better.
They can just get good at that, dude.
A little bit. There's a little park area over here with a couple of benches that I didn't draw, where people are playing checkers against each other, but there is one where there is another one of these clockwork bots seated across from an open seat. The Barker calls out, is anyone smart enough to beat the machine? He is bona fide calculator, unbeatable. You beat him, you get yourself 4 tokens. There's a little
But
fishing
he's unbeatable. How could anyone do it?
That's what I'm saying. I'm ready to be proven wrong, but he is not. There's a little fishing pier where a lot of people just seem to be fishing sort of casually. But you do see that there is kind of like a scratch board or a chalkboard posted at the mouth of the dock where names are posted along with weight, presumably the biggest catches of the day. And they are ranked from 1st through 10th. And you can see that there are token prizes awarded for the top 10 at the end of the day. And you can see that at the end of the pier there is a clockwork contraption over there that doesn't even look like a person. It just kind of looks like a barrel with 9 or 10 different fishing rods sticking out of it. And it automatically will like reel one in as soon as something is caught and recast. There's a bunch of bulls, mechanical bulls, in sort of a fake pen over here. And you can see that people are lining up to try to stay on those as long as they can. And sure enough, there's another clockwork one competing over there. The log splitting is simple enough. It's just a bunch of logs that need to be split. There's a couple of guys with axes that are trying to split faster than the clockwork. Yeah, exactly. The fair food. The fair food, it just seems to be sort of an outdoor kitchen area with a grill and a stove. And there's a little clockwork guy over there with... actually, this is where they bring the cart. The cart that passed by kind of parks itself over here, and you see that he is preparing tons of just deep-fried, greasy food. There's a couple of, like, steaks on sticks. There's chicken legs and turkey legs and pork. It absolutely probably has some sort of a funnel cake or something like that, some cornbread. There doesn't seem to be any sort of, like, competition going on over there. It just kind of seems like people are paying for food. The bridge raising is a little bizarre. There's a team of these 3 things that you watch as the barker pulls a rope and these 2 bridges collapse down into the pond. And then you watch as these carnies all kind of jump in and one by one begin to emerge with the broken bridge and re-tether it to the other side. And this guy is talking about how these automated bots will be able to kind of revolutionize the future of construction and repair, especially in the war-torn Western Front, where they can kind of undo the damage that has been done by the war. And this one is also open to a team challenge. If a team can re-raise the broken bridge faster than the bots, they get 10 collective tokens. And I believe that's all of them, except for the cat rescue, which we've already seen.
Yeah.
What's the
I'm actually
goal?
going around talking to like the people who are barking, showing off their clockwork people.
Yeah.
I'm just checking to see how do you use them? How are they reproduced? How available are they?
Absolutely.
Are they easy to use? I want to buy some.
How replaceable is Jack?
For sure. Give me, I mean, this is easy. They want to tell you this information. But I guess give me either, like, a persuasion check or a diplomacy check, or even, like, a perception investigation sort of deal. Either one would be appropriate. Anything you want. Anything you can say.
Oh, diplomacy.
Cool. Excellent. Easy enough. Yeah, you managed to find one who's kind of on break. He had just swapped out, and he's actually very happy to talk to you. They appear to be... well, let's just go through it. What can I help you with? You look like you're a little confused and a little not from around here. What can I intrigue you by?
Confused? No, I just want to know the logistics of hiring. Like, if I were a business manager.
Oh, wonderful, wonderful. Well, the first thing I would do is I would get you set up with Madame Kokolo herself so that you can negotiate terms and prices and conditions. It is worth mentioning some of these new models are very expensive. We are using parts requisitioned from the war, mixed with some things that we've brought in from Eden, and she puts them together using very secret and very proprietary techniques. Entirely safe and entirely under your command by the time it's all said and done. It's a couple days process to get you attuned to each one, but then they follow your every whim. You give it an order, it does what you tell it to. It's all the
If you have a
benefits.
catalog, I could search, actually.
Certainly, most of what we do is custom order, but everything you see here is within the realm of what we can do for you. We have some, like that one, and emotions over to the shooting one. Great for hunting, or if necessary, personal defense. We understand these are dangerous times. That one over there is great with the books and emotions to the checkers bot. Takes care of your taxes, your secret taxes. And he kind of just goes through each of that one. That one's good for farming, that one's good for rescue, that one's good for just housework and labor. That one's a wonderful cook. He provided out all the ingredients, and it'll make anything you want. What is your use case? What are you looking to get done?
A bit of everything, really.
It sounds like you might need a small fleet of these things, then. I'm sure she would be delighted to set you up. You're from... Are you in disguise right now?
I'm disguised like one of them.
Disguised like one of the carnies?
Not the carnies, like just a local.
Oh, just the local. Okay, okay.
I fear the working class.
Right, of course.
Oh, God.
He's very polite with you, but he does keep stressing over and over. These are quite expensive, I must stress. They're not quite ready for farmstead use. It's more for some of our larger clientele.
He's definitely hinting at that if you have to ask, you can't afford it, honey.
Right,
kind of thing.
right. Kind of getting that vibe.
He just nods. I'd like to coerce him.
Sure, through, like, intimidation, through force?
Yeah, basically talking smack about how small this podunk village is.
Okay, so it's less a threat of physical violence and more trying to goad him into, like a contest.
I'm
almost.
clearly not from here.
Okay, alright. Sure, give me intimidation or persuasion, either would be appropriate. Hey.
Nice.
I believe a minute of talking incursion, that makes him... What does the coerce do, actually? Let's pull up those rules.
Veiled reverts. So it is worth mentioning, the actual coerce action is for physical violence, but I'm willing to spin this a bit here.
I'm not being physically violent.
Right, and you would need to be for coerce. However,
Yeah.
I do like
I
this,
do
and
have
you
a chair
could
bear,
have
though.
succeeded. As long as they aren't like to harm the target. Apply for an amount of turns in 1 day. Okay, excellent, yeah. Eventually, you kind of, like, present this challenge, like you don't believe what he's saying, like you think that this is all kind of hogwash or smoke and mirrors. And says, you know what? Fine, I'll tell you what. Let me direct you to the madam herself. He pulls...
Finally.
If you head down to the town square that way, to the Spider's Den, ask for room 12, quietly. I'm not supposed to be letting just anyone in there, but you seem like you're persistent. I'm sure you'd find it one way or the other anyway.
Absolutely. Jackson, pay the man.
And he looks at the bag and just kind of like grabs a handful of silver pieces and stuffs it in. I guess like take off 5 silver pieces.
Sure.
Is Jackson disguised too?
Yeah,
What does
presumably.
Jackson fear?
I think he is disguised as a cannonball. Just like a big round cannonball around his like midsection.
He's afraid of being cannoned.
I guess that makes sense.
Yeah, listen, I was just...
really traumatized.
Yeah.
No, that makes sense.
He fears being fired.
Beautiful.
God damn it. Oh,
Give this man a hero point.
Yeah, take
Yeah.
a hero point.
honestly.
Beautiful.
I reroll my climb check earlier.
Absolutely, please do.
You could have. You started with a hero point.
Yeah, true. Everybody starts with one every session.
Yeah, just so I always forget, because
It is
I don't
weird.
know, nothing matters.
There we go.
It's better than 1.
It's almost a 3 on my screen.
Same.
Maybe just give the man some money. I guess if are we immediately going to Madame Kukamba?
Hell
Oh,
no.
I am. I'm letting
I don't
everyone
get
else.
Tokens first.
I'm
Yeah,
getting
I wanna go
prepared
to-
food, and then I want to try the bull riding.
I want to at least try checkers at some point.
Hell yeah. Alright,
Yeah.
anybody who wants to do anything, roll initiative to see what order we do it in.
Okay.
I can pip my tokens.
Excellent. Yeah, make sure you keep track of your own tokens, because I'm not writing them down.
Oh, thanks. You don't want any of the stuff from over there? There's really cool stuff.
Probably not.
There's a pop gun.
If you say so.
I have a real gun.
Son has real guns. It is just the cutest little wooden pop gun with a cork on a string that pops out. It's exactly what you think. Alright, son, you hand over the tokens and then you bolt off to whatever you want to do next.
Cool. I already did one, so like I'll go last.
Okay, sounds good. We'll jump to Pip then.
Okay. What's the goal of the shooting game?
It is to hit the 5 targets faster than the robot can.
Okay, I'll play.
All right. Well, what kind of weapons would you like, little guy?
I brought my own. It's okay.
Of course. First rule is all the rules are meant to be broken. Do whatever you can. You just got to stand behind the table.
Okay, can I stand on the table?
You know what? You sure can.
Thanks. You gotta let me go first, okay?
With the stilts?
Give me a persuasion check.
Such a bad roll.
All right, we'll let you go first, And you see he kind of like looks up to the robot and winks.
All right. I'll get up on the table and then raise up onto the stilts.
Excellent. Okay. All right, he does a countdown and then a whistle blows.
All right.
I guess if you have a plan, let me know what your plan is.
I do. The whistle blows. Pip's head sort of snaps back a little bit. His little leafy mouth opens, and just a terrible, like, screeching, whistling, sort of like the sound of about 2,000 or so cicadas, but amplified to an incredible volume. Emanates out of his mouth. And I'll cast a 60-foot cone.
Oh, Lord. If you're a living creature, do positive damage. Okay. Dead creature, negative. Oh, Lord. Amazing. Yeah, these things fail fort saves, pretty sure. Let's see. Oh, yeah. So, you do hear, almost as soon as you begin, the robot does lower its arm and begins to fire popping shots at each of these. But you, in just an instant, unleash this torrent of radiant energy that begins to sear and peel away some of the straw around the corners of the target dummies. And several of the bystanders are like, oh, whoa! The Barker themselves like, I'll be damned.
Did I win?
You sure did, little guy. Here you go.
Thank you.
And he hands over 3 tokens. Where'd you learn to do that? That was wild.
My mom taught me, and he
Points over at the awful demon in the corner.
Well, if you're ever looking for an education and a way to grow those talents, Madame Coppola is always looking for the brightest young youths. That's why we do this, you know.
We're gonna go see her soon. We need her to help us make a god.
Oh, wonderful. Well, I'm sure she'd be happy to help you make a god.
That's what my mom says we came here to do. If you'll excuse me, I gotta go get some prizes now.
Excellent. And actually, before you spin those, I did forget to put in the thing from earlier, so let me grab that real quick. There is one more item that I have almost shamelessly ripped from Biscuit.
How many tokens did I get?
3 tokens.
Sick. Plus, Sun gave me some, 6.
I gave you 3.
So, yeah, 3, so 6 tokens. I assume none of this shit does anything. It's all for shits and giggles.
Kind of, actually. The 3 token costumes are magical. If you take the skeleton costume, it turns you into a skeleton version of yourself.
Really?
Yep, the ooze one makes you look like an ooze version of yourself. It's all illusory. None of it is, like, extremely convincing. It has kind of, like, a cheap costume quality to it. But they are magical. Like, the angel version, there are these little spectral wings that pop out of your back. They can be used for 1 hour every day.
Is that true also of the 2 token costumes, or those just costumes?
They're just kind of mundane costumes, yep.
Okay.
Okay, I now need these. Sign me up for checkers.
Excellent. Let me get this real quick before I forget.
Yeah, I'm the last. Don't worry about me.
Excellent. I'm just going to use this symbol. I can't find a good one.
Well, just waiting for everyone to do their things. Mal's over here, figuring out how the bridge thing works. Ooh, bull riding.
Yeah, I changed my mind. It's going to be bull riding. It's more funny.
Excellent. That is definitely more funny.
I observe.
Sorry, is it my turn?
Sorry, I'm finishing up one last item for the shop, and then I believe it will be. There we go. You do see that in this display area, there are several more tins, kind of like the one that the child at the docks dropped. Tins of spooky cookies.
Spooky cookies.
Spooky cookies.
Spooky cookie.
All right. Chris, yeah, what are you up to?
I want to see what kind of fair food they have.
Delightful. As you come over
but
here.
I also want to get on this bull riding. So.
Okay, perfect. We'll do the bull riding first. Who else is doing bull riding? We'll get all those out of the way.
No, I'm checking out the food stand before I. Come
Oh, okay. Definitely,
Good idea.
Definitely do that. Yeah.
Chris doesn't know better.
Yeah, definitely eat before the bull ride. Okay, good. Good. Yeah, you come over there and you can see that they have caramel apples covered in nuts. They have some deep fried, just kind of like elephant ears and churros covered in like brown sugar and cinnamon. They have corn on the cob. They have turkey legs. They have steaks on a stick. What else would they have? They'd probably have some sort of like baked potato. They have
Scam here?
honey mead. Maybe, I don't know, give me a perception check. He probably
What?
would be. He's attracted to the smell of churros even across the multiverse.
I'm saying there's churros and fishing, so.
Yeah, for sure. He's probably here somewhere. Let's see. They definitely have watermelon, for sure. They have some agave. They have cornbread. They've got a big pot of chili. Yeah, I think that covers it.
Okay.
No lumpia.
I'm gonna be a little gross for a second.
Please do.
Cress is gonna get some honey mead, and then definitely like a turkey leg. Maybe some corn on the cob too, but definitely the turkey leg.
Excellent.
And he's just gonna kind of sip the mead while he's watching everybody do their, shenanigans first. And then he's gonna kind of just like lower the turkey leg into his mouth, like sword swallowing.
Yes.
And just like swallow that fucker whole like a snake.
Wild. Excellent. As you
And then he gets a funnel cake too.
Perfect. It probably cost you like, I don't know, 3 silver for all of it. Actually, you got a little alcohol in there, maybe 5 silver for everything. You do see, as you are enjoying your fair food, there is a little announcement for a pie eating contest that starts in a couple hours. The reward for that one is 5 tokens for first, 3 for second, 1 for third.
You're a shoo-in. Oh, but you'll never beat Coden.
I go up to the barker and I ask if I have to chew the pie.
Now, my friend, the first rule is that all rules are meant to be broken. All you got to do is make that food disappear somewhere inside your person.
Well, I guess Bobble would also like to sign up for that.
Hell yeah.
Awful.
Is it cheek pouch time?
It might be.
It's good because there's like 15 spells in this game for storing shit in your mouth.
Yeah, it is a little weird how much that... There's definitely some like Final Fantasy XIV sneezing fetish going on. Somebody on the development team definitely has a weird thing.
For sneezing?
Yeah, it's fucking weird, man. It's real odd. I don't get it.
It's a seventh of an orgasm.
It's just not true. It's just not true. It's great, but 1/7 is too big a number. Chris.
It differs for each people. It's
true. Sounds like Cress is signing up and Bobble is signing up. That starts in a little bit. We'll get that started probably after we get through everybody.
Yeah.
But then it sounds like, Cress, you're heading down to bull riding, and Crackers is there. Is anybody else doing bull riding?
Mom and Pip are
I'm just
nearby
watching.
Excellent.
I'll do it.
Excellent.
Actually, in
Wonderful.
fact, Pip steps up and is like, "Can my mom play?"
At first the barker's like, looks at your mom, who's almost as big as these bulls, probably a little bigger. But then he was just like, you know what? First rule, rules are meant to be broken. She sure can, as long as she's got the silver piece.
Can Grit sign up?
Absolutely. If he's got a silver piece, we'll take him.
Sure.
Anybody who would like to get in on the bull riding, it is 1 silver piece to join. The last person standing gets 4 tokens, second gets 2 tokens, third gets 1 token. Alright, with everybody in position and everybody paid up, you climb up onto the back of these things, he pulls a lever, a bell rings, and they begin to buck. I need from everybody either a fort save or a reflex save, your choice.
Okay. Real quick first.
Yes.
Spider climb.
Yep.
It says offering purchase on nearly any surface. Does that like give me any sort of advantage
Yeah,
to actually cling to things?
For sure,
or-
absolutely. If it lets you do like any surface, I'll give you a +4 circumstance.
And I'm gonna cast spider climb as I'm getting onto this pole, and I'm also just gonna like wrap my long tail around it as many times as I can.
Excellent. All right, add a +4.
But I'm
to yours.
sorry, just describe the rule to me. Just you can't fall off the thing.
The rules: you need to stay on its back with one leg on either side of it.
Great.
I don't actually know in real life the rules of bull riding. I assume it's when you're thrown off, but who knows?
Yeah, the mechanical bull.
Yeah. I'm sure there's somebody has tried to do some dumb cheating before where you like hang by the neck or something. Who knows?
So I have a bunch of bullshit that I want to pitch.
Excellent. Talk to me. What you got?
So I have this.
Perfect. Excellent. Oh yeah, for sure.
And this.
On even ground, you can attempt acrobatics instead of reflex. Yep, I will absolutely allow acrobatics if you prefer. I'll give you a +2 circumstance for sure. And then dangle. Hang by your tail for a minute. Free climbing. Free use of all your other limbs.
I'm just going to want to wrap my tail around it too, just to really hold on.
Absolutely. I will also give you a +4 circumstance with all that stuff, and you can use your acrobatics instead if it's better.
Dope.
Let's see. So we've got Cress, we've got Sun. Does Mom have anything special for this, or is she just trying it?
I'm trying to decide if Mom is. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Mom bites her mandibles into the back of this bull's neck, stabs it in the gut with the stinger, and tries to kill it.
Is this a real bull?
She tries to kill it?
Yeah,
sure.
It's a real bull, right?
No, Lord, no, it's a mechanical bull.
Oh, okay, never mind. She just rides it then.
Was she gonna kill the bull?
Yeah, of course. It's just, the rules don't fall off its back.
I guess you're right, yeah. True, but yeah, unfortunately it is mechanical. She can still try to attack it if she wants, but it might be difficult.
She doesn't.
Alright.
This is a competition to try to beat the other people.
Yeah,
right?
you're trying to outlast everybody else.
Outstanding. In that case, she'll look over at Sun, who looks like he is doing the best here, and start speaking to him in these awful chittering, screeching, whistling, hellish sounds. And I don't know what this means to Sun, but he begins to have tormenting and confusing visions of sin.
Where'd crackers go?
Boy. Will save for that one.
Will save.
Will save.
Yeah.
True to form.
So
Visions of
confused.
sin. Wait, so who's in this? Is Crackers and Cress in here?
Yeah, I believe Crackers and Cress are in here, so we can get saves from you two as well. So, visions of sin. On a critical failure, you're confused for a round, you're slowed for a round, you can't use reactions. Boy. What does confused
Holy
actually
shit.
do? Let's see. You don't even you attack wildly. You don't treat anyone as your ally. You use
Flat-footed, just like every status condition.
Yeah, use all your actions to strike or cast defensive cantrips. Oh no. Oh lord.
What's the attack bomb?
You have a monkey on a mechanical bull who just pulls out both guns
Yeah,
and starts shooting.
just starts firing
I just
wildly into
Full
the air.
Yosemite Sam just firing into the air.
Oh my god.
Oh my lord, do you have to attack other people? Striker
It
has
says attack, and attacking you can only target people in this game.
your targets are determined randomly by the G.
Christ.
Oh no, we might be going to jail today.
Nope.
Okay.
Sun might be going to jail.
True.
Oh, do I see this happen?
If you're watching, you said you're over there, right?
Oh yeah, I am. I respond with this. What are the traits of that Visions of Sin? Emotion, magical, mental. Unfortunate.
Yep.
I was gonna try this one. I don't think it applies.
Auditory or visual? No, I don't think it's
Yeah,
either one of
none
those.
of those.
Okay, let's see. Before we continue on, let's make sure we got Grits. Do we have a roll from Grits? We do. We got a 26 from Grits. And from Crackers. Third? Oh, no, that's your perception check. Just kidding. Let me get either a fort save or a reflex save from you, Crackers.
I'm trying.
I believe in you.
Nice.
Whoa, okay, let's see. True. Okay, so let's see.
Oh,
Pretty sure you already have enough tokens for one of those.
I also gave you my tokens.
can I stop you real quick?
Sure, what's up?
Because Cracker's big idea, he's going to talk to the Barker. Barker, do you have to have legs to ride the bull?
No.
What if, for like a...
As long as you have some sort of appendage you can wrap around it, but not all the way around it.
What about a handicapped person who doesn't maybe have long legs?
Give me a persuasion check.
Or a small creature?
You already let me put grits on the bull.
I was gonna say, they let grits go up there.
You gonna put grape on this thing?
Wait, don't spoil it. Hang on. Where's persuasion?
Diplomacy, sorry. They call it diplomacy.
That's not a thing Crackers can do. But
He does okay. Honestly, son, the only real rule is you have to get on it and stay on it. As long as they can do that, they are welcome to join.
all right, I'm not entering. My son is entering. I put grape on a bull and I tape him down.
Tape exist yet?
Tape definitely doesn't exist, but you might have some
I glue him down.
adhesive or glue. Okay, all right. Excellent. I'll
Wait for it to dry.
Yeah, it's going to take a bit of time to dry, but I will definitely let you have a +4 item bonus to your check because of the glue.
Okay, cool. Thanks.
Sick. Okay, let's see here. Okay, we have to resolve this Visions of Sin, because this is the big deal. Son.
Wait.
Oh, yep. What you got?
Wait. I just remembered because there's 1,000 fucking goddamn feats. In
There
this
are
system.
7 million, and we have learned 9 levels worth of them in like a month and a half.
Don't
also
forget
have
your
some
hero
hero
points.
Yeah, don't forget your hero point too. Yeah,
You have one, yeah.
you got 2.
I'm not using hero points on this. I'm not going to murder civilians.
Oh, yeah, excellent.
You used one and climbing.
I used one to try and understand a dead bear.
True.
No, never mind.
Okay, excellent. Then I need you to give me 3, just luck checks, 3d20s to see what you shoot at. You fail, but don't critically fail. I gotcha. Yep.
It's also only for the controlled condition.
Yep. You're right. Okay, 6.
6,
Bad.
19,
19's
4.
great. 4's bad. Okay. The first shot. As you feel this just angered compulsion drives you to pull out your guns and start going Yosemite Sam. The first shot flies over towards Mom. I need you to give me an attack roll. You're flat-footed, so it's a -2.
I'm not flat-footed.
Mom, no.
Oh yeah, you have the climbing thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, hell yeah, go for it.
So, how does this work? Do I just have to use every action attacking, or can I use features, or is it just basic attacks?
So it says that you're smart enough to like move closer to enemies and do stuff. So like if there's something special you would have to do, like reloading or whatever, then you can do it the long way. I'll leave it up to you whether you like burn class resources. That I'll leave up to you. I guess it kind of boils down to what your vision of sin looks like and how angry that makes him feel.
I feel like Sun's main sin is definitely sloth.
Tracks.
So I don't even know what that would look like. But he'll just shoot.
All right, excellent. Give me a shot. Does that hurt you, Mom? I don't think it does. Yeah.
It says hits.
Uh,
Wait for it.
All right. Well, Pip. Oh, wait, was it Pip that did this originally?
No, this is all Mom.
His mom. Okay, so Mom inflicts these visions of sin on Son, and then Son turns around and shoots Mom in the leg for 9 points of piercing damage, and then continues to Yosemite Sam a couple more shots out. The barker starts to like raise a hand, but then a bunch of people from over in the eating area look, and you watch as a couple of them start, and a couple of them pull out their own pistols and just start firing into the air with you.
Crazy.
This is the perfect location for you,
Who
son.
do I attack next?
The next one is lucky, so it just kind of goes up into the air, unless you want it to attack a random person.
I want to. It says I attack people. Who do I attack?
All right, with an 18, then you get to pick. You pick your second target. Oh, it was a 19 actually. Yeah, you can pick any target you want on the 19.
Oh, God, what's the funniest one?
Pip, clearly.
Pip would be the most deserved, but the funniest I think is definitely Grape.
Oh yeah, it is.
No.
True. This is the funniest one.
The funniest. Yes, I came back at a good time.
And the man's trying to win a bull riding contest.
Yeah.
Take out the competition.
First rule, no rules. Oh hell yeah! That's got to be a critical hit on Grape. It
That's
has
8
to
plus
be.
7. I don't know what he's aiming at.
He's
though.
aiming at Mom currently. What's
okay.
what's Grape's AC?
Companions. Great. Why is Great level 0?
He should be level 9. It shows level 9 for me.
Oh, is this level? Oh, maybe I can't see.
Yeah, familiar 9. He's
27.
AC, yeah, AC 27. That's pretty fucking good, actually. So that is still a hit, though.
Just a standard hit.
Just a standard hit, yep. For 13 points, he's not dead. Grape, for some reason, has 45 hit points.
Yeah,
Holy
familiars
shit.
are good.
Yeah, familiars are not one-hit kills in this system. That's fucking wild.
I mean, they don't do anything.
Yeah, they're not great in combat.
They're just.
Sorry, how much AC does this grape have?
20.
They can provide.
Seven.
It's a tiny
It's
grape.
a tiny grape.
Just still graze them.
Yeah.
It can still provide flanking, which is weird enough.
Yeah, wild. And then your third shot was low, is a 4. So let's see, who would be really bad here?
Innocent bystander.
I think.
Where's the child we scared from earlier?
I'm not gonna make you shoot a child. That's wild.
Yeah, don't.
I think that might get us banned.
Yeah, I was gonna say you rolled low, but it's not like you rolled in that one. I think with a 4 you shoot at like the carny. So give me one more shot with map 10.
All right.
Oh my god!
Still hits.
You would land
Oh,
a map
no.
10 shot on this. Yeah, the third shot goes flying over to the carny. His hat flies off, and you do see there's like a little spray of blood out of the corner of his ear. And he clutches up. It's like, whoa, 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 you're out of here. Get out of here.
Loses part of his ear and just, you're out of here.
Oh yeah, his first concern is not the ear, it's the fairness of this
you're
Part of
contest.
this game that is going to be minimum wage to run.
Alright. I believe that knocks Sun out first. Let's see, who else? I should have written any of these down. Here we go. 29, 19, 32,
Mine's a 24.
24. Actually, so Sun, despite an amazing performance, is disqualified for shooting the operator.
What's with Mum will stop concentrating on that one.
Oh, it's sustained.
Yeah, Son,
Yeah.
you wake up and all of this just rushes back to you like a bad dream. Like, you're not sure how long you were out, but you do look over and you're holding a smoking gun pointed towards the carny who's bleeding out of his ear. The clockwork guy has actually fallen off of his bowl.
I heal the carny.
Excellent.
Just like, don't sue us.
It's quite alright. People get routed around here all the time. I got insurance. Those of you who have not fallen off yet, give me another reflex save or fort save.
Who's left up here?
I believe that is Grits, Mom, Crackers, or not Crackers, Grape. Grits,
Somehow.
Mom, and Grape.
Somehow.
Damn, it's a fort save. I could have done this. I thought it would be reflex for sure.
Yeah, fort or
It's fucking
reflex.
all companions and shit up here. Hold on.
Grape has the +4 from the glue. Ritz is 23.
What was the DC for stay on? Did I fall off?
No, you're still on.
Okay.
I don't know if this helps, but Pip is gonna be like, "Mom, go, Mom, you can do it," and cast this to give her climb speed.
Oh, absolutely. Yes, I'll give that a +2 circumstance bonus.
Awesome.
Fucking evolves.
It's a 33.
Oof. All right. The contest goes on for a little while longer. Everybody is doing a very good job, including Sun, who refuses to get off even though he's been disqualified.
All right, hold on. What am I doing? A fort save?
Fort or reflex, your choice, with a +2.
Plus 2 circumstance.
Yep. See what we got. Oh, nice! Mom is here to win this shit. After about 20 seconds, you hear the gears spinning up and they begin to buck harder. And with the transition, Grits is thrown off.
Hell yeah. Okay, where does he go?
He just kind of flies onto the ground in front of this thing, kind of lands behind one of these prize stalls. Solange barely hanging on. About 20 more seconds passed, and they start to buck harder and harder. Anybody who's still on, I need another save. Oh, great.
It just flings off.
Yeah, the glue, unfortunately, just where the bullet kind of grazed it, blew a chunk of the glue out, and Grape just kind of nonchalantly rolls off the side of this thing and down to the ground.
Can I have Grape Shadow Step back into place?
Your gains the Shadow Step action. The familiar must be in dim light or darkness. It is bright midday sun out here, unfortunately.
There's a blazing tree right behind us. Surely we're casting shadows.
You're casting shadows, but the area you're in is not dim light. Dim light is like a moonlit night sky. Let's see. Pip's mom, actually, unfortunately, unless you have a +4, I think you only had a +2 because of the climb speed.
Yeah, that already included the +2 in there.
She does eventually start to just get dizzy and starts to fall off, which I believe means she is number 3. Oh, wait, no, Solange had a 21 there.
A 25.
25, okay, gotcha.
Yeah, she still beats me, I think.
She does still beat you with
I think she's the last one off.
Then, yeah, it is, Solange 3, Pip's mom 2, and, oh, wait, Sun was disqualified.
Yes, my son's just DQ.
Then, yeah, it's Grape 3, Solange 2, Pip's mom number 1. And Sun, for the record, if not for the extreme cheating, would have won this.
Can I just pay the guy to just like look the other way, like just let him in, let him win?
I'll go over to the carny that son shot.
Like, I'll take care of that, pal. Don't worry, I'm really good at this sort of thing.
And I'll give him some.
Oh, I healed him already.
Oh, is he already healed up?
Yeah, that's why I'm trying to convince him to let Sun, but stay
Sun's
in.
fully fallen asleep on the bowl.
No, this is, for the record, Sun makes this look easy. This looks like he could do it all day with no challenge. And yeah, give me a diplomacy check. I'm gonna say that the penalties for being shot and the penalty for and the bonus for healing him kind of just cancel out.
Yeah. But he's already got magical healing. Pip has got like 1,500 medical feats, so just make sure that he's doing okay.
Gotta chunk back.
Talk the situation down with
32 because the outlandish thing, right?
33 with that. Yeah.
Excellent. You know what? I suppose I can do that. Sometimes people just get real excited, I guess.
You know, it just goes to show you that sometimes
He just nods.
Sometimes you gotta crack a couple eggs to make a waffle, if you know what I mean.
I like your spunk, kid. You do well around these parts. He will hand 2 coins to Solange, 3 coins to Mom. He sets 1 coin next to Grape on the ground. And he will go over to Sun and give you 3 tokens.
I shoot him again.
He's got to make a will save to be stupefied for a couple runs for my evangelizing also.
Oh, excellent. Let's do that. Will save. Yeah, no, he's just enthralled. He thinks you're the greatest thing he's ever seen. Let's see. Stupefied 2 is thoughts and instincts are clouded. Yeah, he is just kind of fascinated. He sees that you're somehow linked to Mom back there, and the juxtaposition between this cute little child dressed as a waffle iron on stilts with a cowboy hat, and then Mom, is like the bizarrest thing that he's ever seen. And you see his eyes keep dancing back and forth between the two of you, and he's like, little kid, what, your mom over there, what's going on with all that?
I was a plant a few weeks ago, and she made me into a person, and we're all gonna work together with Madame Kokolo to make God.
You know Madame Kokolo?
Nope, we're gonna meet her soon, though.
Oh, well, that's wonderful. She's nice. You'll like her a whole lot.
I can't talk anymore. I'm gonna go get some prizes.
All right, you go spin those prizes well. All
What's
right.
the lady's actual name? I can't remember.
Madame Kokolo.
Coca.
Madam Coconut.
Madame Kokolo.
Boy, I've got 10
Kokomo.
tokens. I'm the richest kid at the arcade right now.
Oh my god.
Said I got 2 from that.
Yes.
Oh.
Bobble, you're over playing checkers.
Oh yeah.
So you got a couple of options here. The Barker tells you can either play another one of the people opponent, and the winner gets 2 tokens, or you can take on the impossible challenge, and if you manage to beat him, that's 4 tokens. And you'll be the first person to do it all day.
Yeah. Look here. I'm gonna show that the mine's is as hard as ever. This nothing escapes this one, and I take a seat next to the across from the robot.
Excellent. Give me just a second.
Okay.
Okay, excellent. As you sit down, this thing, its 2 arms kind of stretch out, these long spindly fingers reach out over the board, and you watch with rapid speed, it begins to just clack all of the checker pieces in place on the board, sets the whole thing up in a matter of seconds. And then it folds its hands in front of itself and kind of leans back and allows you to make the first move. I need...
Well, I want to do some things first.
Oh, excellent. What you got?
Okay, first off, I want Grits to hide under the table.
Perfect. Give me a stealth check.
Yeah.
Look at me expecting people to play fair. Why would I ever do that? The first rule I told everyone is that the rules are meant to be broken. 23 is pretty good. Let's see here. Perception DC. As Grit starts to slip under the table, you do see that your robot opponent across from you does kind of like lean to the side and under the table and seems to notice something is brushed up under there.
Okay. Sure. Yeah. So, yeah. All right. Continue as planned, but for a few turns, I guess. Okay. I don't know. How is this gonna work?
All right. Let's see. Unless you have like a gaming related lore skill, it's just going to be an intelligence check.
Okay. For the entire thing, or for like a few turns?
It's going to be best of 3, basically.
Okay. Because after a certain point in the game, depending on what happens, Bobble would like to do another action.
Excellent. Then yeah, let's do. We'll do the first round, and then you can act. So your intelligence check versus its intelligence check.
All right.
That's strength. Wrong button.
Okay. Am I smart? I don't actually remember. How do we do a base intelligence? God damn it!
Oh.
We do a base intelligence check.
That's a great question. Let's find out. Found it like a family. Let's see. Can you click that? I guess just give me a D20 plus 4. I'm not sure if there's an option on the sheet for it.
Okay. Neat.
All right, a few pieces clack back and forth, and you find yourself kind of falling prey to it early on. It starts to capture a couple of pieces. You take one in response, but it's got like 3 or 4 of your checkers off the board. We move on to round 2, unless you would like to try something.
Yeah. Can Bobble act like this is something I ate. The fair's not selling me with me too well and all that, and then all over the board vomit Just a ton of mealworms.
No.
Oh my lord! I mean, yeah, you can do that for sure.
Yeah.
Pretty sure that's a technical foul.
Yeah.
No, I would like to do that, and then yeah. First, I would like that to happen, all over the board, all over it.
As that happens, several people gawk and be, oh, shit, oh. But the carny rushes over. Madam, surely nothing you ate here did this to you.
The what? What did you say?
Surely nothing you ate here did this to you. Are you quite all right? Do you need a doctor?
No, that just happens. That's fine. I'm old. I'm right as rain right now. I just need to get that out of me. All right. I can keep playing.
You look down at the board, which is covered in mealworms.
I would also like the worms to try and skitter towards the robot and try going inside him and gawking him up. That's a thing that can happen.
This is the worst. Yeah, sure. Why not? Let's find out. DC 27 basic reflex save.
Isn't it like stationary in the chair or something?
Yeah, it seems to be. It's not. It looks like it can stand and sit up or whatever, but it's. It doesn't react very quickly, and in fact, it just kind of like starts to scoot off to the side. But by the time it does, there are bugs all over it, kind of crawling around over its surface. A few of them start to dig into the joints. You hear kind of a crunching noise as a few of them get caught inside of clockwork gears. Give me some damage.
Okay. What's damage?
Alright, you do see that, like, it does kind of, like, one of its joints kind of snaps in a weird way. You hear a spring flick out, and there's, like, a bug that is twisted around awkwardly inside of it. That little elbow part goes limp. I'm afraid our machine might be out of commission for a short time.
No, I was playing with these things inside me. I think he can play with them, too.
Give me a diplomacy check.
Gross.
Diplomacy. Okay.
He looks around and kind of looks at everybody who's gawking at the scene. He's, well, you did pay your silver. Are you sure you're going to be all right? Please don't.
I'm absolutely fine. I mean, is he going to be all right? You think he's going to be all right?
You look over to him and he brushes a couple of these last mealworms off, brushes them off of the chair, starts to pick a few off the board, and sits back down with the one good arm.
All right. Well, if he wants to play, then I'm right. I can play. No mulligan here. Right?
All right.
I reach out a hand towards the broken arm and try and act as if I want to shake that one.
He lifts it up and tries to offer a shake, but it doesn't go well. He eventually switches to the other hand.
Okay. I shake it. Yeah.
And yeah, go and give me another intelligence check. I will give him an item penalty, or sorry, a status penalty.
Okay.
Let's go. Oh lord. Yep.
Flash R. Does there need to be space between the? What did I fuck up?
Between the R and the D instead of the slash and the R.
Okay. Yay.
All right. He continues to play very well, but there is a point where, as he's reaching out to move a piece, one little centipede that he missed falls out from a joint near the wrist and bonks a piece. And you see that it almost causes like a programming fault in it, because it has now touched and moved a piece, and that is its turn. And it leans back as if it has taken its turn, and it goes back to you, and that lets you kind of slip ahead for a bit of an advantage. What you got?
If I would like Grits to try and eat any of his pieces that are on the edge, poke out from under the table and try and eat some pieces.
All right. Give me one more. This could be either stealth or thievery. You're looking to beat. Actually, make this one secret. This is an opportunity where it should be secret.
How do I do secrets?
Oh my god, what a great question. I think you shift click, and it gives the option for secret as when you roll.
I don't know if his new thing is added automatically.
Oh, yeah. So that is for helping you do it. If you'd rather do that, that is totally fine. You could make a thievery check or a stealth check instead.
Yeah. If you click the skill and you just go down to roll mode, switch public roll to blind GM roll.
Okay.
Yep.
Click the skill and then.
Yeah, so click thievery, and down the bottom use the drop down to change that to blind GM roll.
Yeah. He's. I'll just have him try and steal it.
Excellent.
So. Question mark.
It's a secret. No one knows.
No one knows.
All right. The first time you do it, he's able to kind of like reach up and move one of the pieces, but then he goes up to grab a second one, and when he does, he feels his weird little aortic, like noodly arm get grabbed, and he pokes his head up over the edge and sees that this bot has kind of like pinned his arm in place and is just looking down at him. He has been spotted doing it. And at this point, I think the Barker steps in. I'm afraid this will be a disqualification, but here is your participation token. I appreciate your ingenuity.
This isn't an outrage. I'm not responsible for his actions. He's not mine.
You could give me a deception check if you want to try to sell that.
Yeah. This.
It's going to be a pretty high DC, but we'll see.
We'll see.
I'm so sorry, man. I saw you walk up with it. It's nothing personal. I appreciate the ingenuity, but the first rule is you can't get caught.
Fine. All right. Well, everyone they're so concerned that their robot's gonna lose that they won't let anyone who actually knows how to beat it try and come against this thing. So I suggest you take your silver and leave right now if you wanted to play.
All right, Mrs. Bubble, time for your meds.
We store.
All right. While this is going on, how about Coden and Shred? What are you two getting up to?
Food.
Oh hell yeah, food!
Nice.
Food
Yeah, I'm
sounds
going
great.
back to the food stuff.
I was gonna do that bull riding, but food sounds better. I'll do that first.
Yeah.
Excellent. Oh, I should have given you a penalty for eating first, Chris, but that's fine.
Oh my god, just an entire.
Should I just like roll something to see if I throw up?
Sure. Yeah, give me a fort save.
entire.
We're not gonna get lumberjack Shred.
You're good. You're able to keep it down. But yeah,
I go back with Shred and whoever else is going to the food, and I get another turkey leg.
perfect. There is so much fair food to enjoy.
Before Coden and Shred get food, though, Mal approaches and asks if they're up for a team activity.
Like what?
He just thumbs over the bridge raising.
I'm not sure I understand what that is. What is that?
It appears
Action
you.
makes sense.
Well, it appears it involves fixing something, and I know you're very good at that. And you're both quite strong.
Could be interesting.
I've been watching them though. What does it involve, fact?
Sorry to say. My data
Bridge raising.
The basic idea is that there are these two bridges that cross over. They are destroyed. He pulls a lever and they break. Kind of split at the posts here. So these like rope bridges drop down under the water. You watch as the robots have to go down, grab the part that had fallen into the water, swim it back up, and reattach it to the posts. The basic goal is to fix the broken bridge as fast as you can.
And what's it look like it requires to reattach it?
It's mostly a little bit of rope work. There are a couple of mallets and spikes over there as well. So it's going to be like a little bit of strength and swimming to get under the water and pull it back up. And then a little bit of crafting at the end to kind of refix it.
Yeah. And how deep is this water?
Not terribly, maybe 10 or 11 feet.
Okay, cool.
Doesn't seem too bad.
Yeah, what say you?
Well, you work up an appetite.
Yeah, work up an appetite.
How big?
Wouldn't
how big
want
is
you
the
to get
group
in the
for
water. What was that? How big is the group?
Up to 5.
I swallow another turkey leg whole, and I'm like, I don't want to butt in or anything, but I heard there was swimming and crafting, and I'm very good at both of those.
Well,
You're
if
gonna go
you're
swimming now after eating so much.
I just saw you at the bowl.
What am I going to do? Get a cramp? That doesn't exist. That's made up.
Your whole
I don't know
body's
enough about
muscle and It's
medicine.
gonna cramp up.
Do like a 90-degree angle. Slinky.
It's gonna be like when you get a slinky slightly off,
Yeah.
so it just has that one weird spiral.
Oh,
Yeah. Well, I would not be opposed. The team is currently myself, Chair Bear, Shred, and Coden. We need one more.
Well, it sounds like we have a spot.
the barker does say if you go with 4, that's fewer people to split the tokens with.
That's true. It could just be the 3 of us and Chair Bear.
Gosh, I don't think I'll be able to help. I think I'd better go cheat at checkers.
You say it out loud.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Good luck.
Good luck. Don't get caught.
Okay, thanks.
All right, as he walks off towards checkers, you guys sign up for the bridge raising. Anyone else last call, or is it just the 3 of them?
Does Chair Bear get a cut too?
No.
Okay.
All right. Then, after you guys pay a silver each and sign the waivers, he does a countdown, pulls a lever, there's a snap, and the bridges drop in. What do you do?
I have exactly 0 silver. So, whoever is the best in the water, which one is that?
I got a swimming speed, I think.
Yeah, that'll be you.
If you have one, then yeah, go for it.
All right.
And then I summon a giant skeleton in the water to help him.
Oh god. I
Amazing.
assumed you had tricks for this.
All right, I do believe Coden does have a swim speed. Let me double check.
Yeah.
Yeah, he totally is. Natural swimmer. Okay, excellent. And you're being helped. So,
With a
Mal.
skeletal giant.
Yeah, Mal, with the skeletal giant, go ahead and give me an athletics check to help. DC is 20.
Yeah. Skeletal giant.
Oh, you actually, I believe you get a +2 to this because he is good at being helped.
Oh.
Because of Pack Stalker.
Yeah.
Let's see. Skeletal giant.
Oh wait, could I have done something before this started? Before rolls are made? Oh, the rolls are already made.
No rolls have been made yet. You can go ahead.
Wait,
Oh, wait.
before you guys start,
Oh.
I have something for you.
Okay.
And Pip walks over and reaches in his satchel and pulls out a waffle.
Oh, delightful.
Awful.
But it's a waffle that if 2 of you,
It's a special waffle. I made it with my mithril waffle iron.
God.
Oh, thank you.
so if you guys take 8 actions to help each other, you get +1s.
Oh, okay.
Has to be 2 people, so 2 of you gotta do it. But
Okay.
Okay. Okay, actually, I'll take one of those, and instead of the skeletal giant, then I will do this new thing.
Use your own arms.
Ooh.
I delegate competence,
Nice.
Okay.
and I use a performance to aid you with a +1. Yeah, 25.
Plus another 2 because he's a bear.
27.
27.
All right, excellent. So, Coden, you can now make your athletics check with a +1 from the successful help.
Oh boy.
And I'll
Oh,
actually give you
boy.
another 2 from having a swim speed, so 3 total.
3 total. All right.
Yeah. That's an action, and I have, like, Chair Bear go to the other side. With another order.
Excellent.
He's very good at giving orders.
So we'll give this a +3. And roll it.
21. You do see as you're down there, Coden, you're making pretty good work, but there's just the one of you down there right now, and there are the 3 bots. They seem to be outpacing you, unless perhaps you'd like to spend a hero point.
Oh. He did roll a 4.
Well, are there going to be multiple of these? Look like.
There certainly could be. I don't want to deceive you into wasting a hero point one way or the other.
I never use my points, so I'm going to keep that streak going and hold on to it
All
until
right,
I desperately
Until you
need it.
don't use it.
excellent.
Yeah, that.
Chair Bear is waiting up top. What's Shred doing for this first round?
Is there any way I can help pull up from here? So I can start repairing it right away?
Yeah, Coden is here, right?
Yeah, Coden is down kind of in the water right now. Cherry Bear's waiting at the receiving end. Mal is at the leading end giving orders.
Yeah, I'm over here giving orders.
Without getting in the water, there isn't a ton that you can do unless you come up with a clever
Okay,
plan.
I can get in the water then. I just thought we were going to have 2 in the water, but we don't, so I'll do that.
Okay, excellent. In that case,
Oh, do the guys have 3 in the water?
they do. They all 3 of them
the
jump in.
chair bear is also in the water.
Okay, excellent. Then, if Chair Bear has an action left, he can also give me athletics, and Shred, you can also give me
Yeah,
athletics.
from here he definitely, if he went here and then in there, he has an athletics check to help.
Oh no!
I saw it being an 18, and then it rolled to a 4.
Same.
These dice are terrible.
Chair Bear's athletics 27.
Alright, you guys are making decent headway, but you do see that they are outpacing you. You find when you get down there that it is kind of, it's dug in a little bit to the muddy and silty kind of floor of this pond. And you watch as these 3 clockwork constructs come down here. 2 of them are lifting, but one, he kind of extends an arm under it, and there's a poof, and this big bubble of air almost seems to like blow out the mud from under it to unstick it. And they are able to wedge it free and bring it up to the top by the end of the first round, while you guys are still kind of getting it free. That brings us to the second round. What do you guys do, or do you just keep trying to lift up with raw strength?
Oh, man.
I'm going to cast Aqueous Orb
Alright.
to help kind of dredge the bridge up and make it lighter. And then command Chair Bear to kind of act like a big bridge underneath for them to prop it up on.
Okay, so you make a sphere of water on the surface of the liquid. Move it up to 10.
I make it like a stabilizing thing that they can prop their bridge on.
The problem is that it's stuck in the mud.
Yeah, so they're 10 feet under the water trying to pull this up from the sticky
Oh,
mud.
it's not there yet.
No, they're still under the water. You watch, the robots have emerged with their broken bridge part. They're still under the water trying to get it free.
Okay. This one doesn't go under the water. So no, ignore the Aqueous Orb.
Alright.
I thought the bridge was already up.
No, they're still working on getting it up. And if you want to let them go first, they can do their athletics checks first.
Yeah, you guys can do it first. I'll help you first with the delegate.
Alright, so that's a +1. You can keep your +2 from the help last round, so you can add a +3 to this. Alright, let me get athletics from Shred and Coden and Chair Bear. Hey, nice.
You got a plus.
That's actually
There
a
we go.
+4, is
3.
that right? 3. So,
+3.
So that becomes a 5. So you have a +5 to your checks.
Yeah.
Proficiencies being the hand always throws me off.
Yeah, I keep losing that page too.
Yeah.
And then Chair Bear's just gonna use his like big old bear paws to help
There we go. 27's good. And,
pull him up.
Let me get an athletics from Coden.
Okay, but there's no rules, right?
The only rule is the rule's meant to be broken. Yeah, what you got?
Yeah.
Oh.
If you got spells, use.
Yeah, I'm thinking maybe I should do something. Okay, let me read this through before it fucks me. No, I'm not gonna do it. Let's do what I normally do: cast it and then regret it. So we're being that. Tangle foot
Hey,
from under the water. Wow.
Ooh.
I'm gonna cast it on a decent boyo. Try to incapacitate one of their members. Blah.
Hell yeah, let's
Sweet.
go.
Woo! Immobilize, I mean. Da-da-da-da, so it's an attack. Woo!
Yeah, give me an attack roll.
Please don't fuck me!
That is a hit. As the robots start to emerge, you cause some algae and seaweed to kind of grip around its ankle, and it gets stuck for a second. That actually delays him quite a bit.
Woo!
sweet. Chair Bear's gonna dredge up some more.
As Shred's lifting, Coda kind of nudges him with his shoulder a little bit and nods over to the other guy. You see one robot's not emerging. He grins. Then goes back to helping again.
Good job. Chair Bear has 2 actions. Can he use 2 athletics?
Boy, I think it's just the one if they're participating at all for the turn. I didn't really break this down into an action economy.
Yeah, that's the thing. There are action economies.
With that said, 32 is very good. And then, let's see, we also had a 27 from Shred. Coden was a 2-action. So Coden is not able to contribute while also doing the spell, but he slows them down, and that actually is enough to put you guys neck and neck. At about the same time, you watch as their group kind of emerges. Two of them before the last one. One of them is kind of like stuck down there still. So the two emerge with their bridge and begin to tether it over here. As all three of your team emerges on the other side with the loose bits of bridge. All that's left now is you need to tie it down and kind of hammer it in place.
Right. Chair Bear does not get a response right now. He just kind of moves on his own. So he climbs out. And he's not sure how to, do any
Yeah, this part's
skilled
probably
work.
not good
Yeah,
for him.
this part requires a little manual dexterity and crafting work.
But I am going to use 3 actions to summon a swarm of hands
What do
to
you
help
do?
tie stuff.
Oh, excellent. How's this work? Is it a spell?
Okay.
Normally use.
Let's see. What do they need actually? Is it athletics or?
It'll be crafting. An athletics check. You could use athletics to help their crafting check if you wanted, yeah. Just like holding things in place or holding a rope taut.
Yeah. Hammering pittance down.
Yeah.
Then let's see. What would be a good summon for this one? It would be a giant crawling hand.
Amazing.
Creature 5. It's a 5th level spell. And it gets 2 actions. And it uses its athletics to help.
Alright, give me a check.
Has a plus 13. It's not good.
It is not a failure, at least. Not a critical failure, I should say.
Yeah.
So
That's the hand.
The hand from a distance is not able to do a ton other than just kind of hold some ropes in place. Let me get crafting from anybody who's good at it to start tying ropes and hammering things in place.
Cool. It keeps doing it. Ugh.
Yeah, that's so close.
Bad rolls.
Alright.
I'm gonna use my hero point. I don't want to fall behind.
Alright, let's see it.
Oh yeah, I have a hero point. Can I reroll that hand?
Sure.
God damn it! It did it again.
32.
Hey, alright. That bumps it up a little bit. Actually, it bumps it quite a bit. That's a critical hit. Let's see. Coden, during all this, how are you helping?
Oh boy. So here's somebody crafting doing the tying, and then what else? What other?
You have a spell that could just fix it?
So it looks like Chairbearer and the summoned hand are kind of holding things in place, and they seem to have that covered very well. Shred is tying and hammering things in place, but he's the only one really doing any of the crafting work right now. And it looks like the clockwork bots are kind of pulling ahead a little bit because of that.
Okay, I got some more strangling spells. But in terms of spells, skills, not good at crafting. Ooh, you know what? We're gonna hit him with another spell. I'm gonna try to incapacitate him again.
Hell yeah!
All right. Let's this time go for something with slide. 60 feet.
Oh fuck! Slithering thorny vine, constrict and crush.
Holy shit!
All right, give me an attack slip or an attack roll. It is against their fort DC, which is. Oh well, it doesn't fucking matter. Holy shit! All right, you watch as these two clockwork bots and the third one kind of pulls itself free, and they begin to, with lightning speed, just begin to wrap ropes, hammer pittons in place. They're making great progress. You cannot abide that. So with a careful flick of the wrist and a whispered word under your breath, a couple of these loose bits of kind of algae and seaweed rise up out of the water and yank, and you watch as they fall flat on their asses and are like pulled into the water a little bit, and a bunch of their progress is undone as one of the ropes kind of slides free. One of them actually slides full ass back into the water. The other one kind of gets pinned down, and the bridge starts to slip, but the third one is able to kind of grab it before it goes all the way back down to the bed of the river. All right, third round.
And, real quick, as he's whispering his incantations, it just sounds like the plague song from Prince of Egypt.
Perfect. All right, let me get another crafting check from Shred.
You have help. Let me see how many actions this is actually.
Nope, it's just a bad day. I shouldn't be playing today.
For lingering. What was it? Oh, it's only 1 action. Cool. So one of my actions is the aid. This is a +1.
Hey,
So that's a crit
nice.
for a +3 to shred.
Plus another 2 because of null, which bumps that from a 20 to 25.
Oh, 25. And then one action. Well, the chair bear in the hand can't really do much. You're just holding it in place. He has 2 actions left. He's gonna aqueous orb the robots.
Excellent. What is it?
He's just gonna try and sweep them toward the water a little. This one.
All right,
It
let's see.
kind of just rolls lazily this direction, I guess. Oh, they all succeed. Yep, they all
Whoa,
succeed.
Lord. They are, unfortunately, still fucked up by the murderous vine. They become grabbed by that. They'd have to escape it. Yeah, they have to spend their turns trying to escape the murderous vine before they can even go back to work. So let's see here.
No. Yes. Fail. I think only one succeeds.
Yeah, only one is able to break free and start pulling it up. You guys get another round. With the 25, you are nearly done, Shred. I just need one more check.
Cool.
Here's one more assist. Ooh, another crit.
God, he keeps doing it.
Which is good, because that does bump it from a 17 to a 22. And it's not your best work. You're dripping wet. It's a little hectic, a little frantic. You're very good at crafting. Crafting under pressure, a bit of a different story. However, you are able to tie the last one off, hammer in the last pin, and raise your hands, and the barker calls it, and starts walking around. I'll be damned. I didn't know what I was expecting. It certainly wasn't that. I believe you've earned these. Split them amongst yourselves however you want.
I did nothing.
Does the bear get a cut of that?
Sure.
I'm just curious.
Just hand it over to me. Bear's mine.
Alright, he hands over 10 tokens. You guys can split it amongst yourselves however you want.
Yeah, we'll just split it like 3 ways.
The bear gets the leftover.
Bear
So
gets
you
one.
get 4.
We each get 3.
Yeah.
Alright.
Actually, what is there that can be bought?
It is all
'Cause I don't-
over. It's all over in this treasure chest here.
I want those spooky cookies.
Spooky cookie.
Spooky cookie.
Being a big guy, sometimes you just scare people. And that's just free cookies every time I accidentally scare somebody.
Good point.
Pip definitely bought a shitload of fireworks and does not have the patience to wait to use them later, so he lights off at least a couple of them here.
Excellent. There is a scream and a soar as they rise up into the air and burst. Their oohs and ahs. Brilliant red and orange and blue light kind of fills the sky. Even against the sunlight, they're still visible, and they make this wonderful kind of sparkling scream as they shoot up into the air.
Yeah, were there only 5 of those available?
No,
or just 5 of them?
I just put 5 in there, but there are essentially unlimited fireworks. You guys can buy as many as you want.
I'll just give Shred 2 of mine so he can buy the spooky cookie.
How do I?
Oh, are
look
you
up
sure?
the-
I could do the log splitting if you don't want to, but
I'm not really in the mood for more work. That's a lot. This is a lot.
Alright.
This was a lot. Just
I'll take
supporting
you on
from the
this.
sidelines, that was a lot.
He's not even in the mood to watch any more work.
I'm going to take him down.
All of that delegation was exhausting.
It's literally all he did. Tell people to do things, and now he's tired.
Down to checkers, where Crackers wants to go. Double click should work, Bobble.
Yeah.
Alright, real quick, I don't want to take a lot of time. What's the roll? What do I do?
It is
I'm
an
going.
intelligence.
I'm going against that robot. The robot. Give me the robot.
Alright, excellent. It is best of 3, just flat intelligence checks. Unless you have any sort of like relevant skill, gaming, or anything like that.
Yeah, no, I'm just gonna fail every intelligence check intentionally, and instead I'm gonna roll sleight of hand.
Hell yeah, then you are
So-
looking to beat its perception DC.
So here's what I'm doing. I'm using my acid splash cantrip to make just a little pinprick of acid on my finger when I touch pieces.
Okay.
And when I put one down that I know he's about to take, I will acid the bottom of it and melt it to the board so it cannot move. And I will do this until I win.
Alright, excellent. Give me either stealth or thievery. I'll show you above the board. Its perception DC is 26. That's good. So, the first time that it happens, you see him reaching for the smart play. It's the right play. He'd get a double check out of it. And he reaches, and it's stuck. It's welded to the table. And he kind of like tilts his head, and he looks, and he tries to pry it up and look at it. He looks over to the barker, but the barker's kind of busy with talking to some other people. So after a while, it kind of like sits back, and it just kind of moves another piece, a much inferior move. You've got the first round.
And rinse and repeat, baby. Let's go.
All right, let's see it. Looking for 26.
No!
As you try to stick the next one, you see this time this little clockwork creature's little lit lens eyes focus in on you. And as your finger starts to go down towards the board, it reaches out and gently, but, firmly, grabs your wrist and kind of lifts it up and it wags a little mechanical finger at you. And then it moves its piece, and it's got you in a bad position. It has got you in the second round.
I'm sorry. I won't do it again. I do it again.
All right, one more time. As it tries to move for the game-winning play, it finds the piece is stuck once more. It turns and you hear just like a little bell ring, and the carney comes over and says, "Oh, what seems to be... Oh, Lord. Oh, sir, I'm so sorry. Some woman came through here just not too long ago, and I think she was feeling kind of sick. Something must have happened to the board. Just play around."
Yeah, there was some sticky stuff falling off of her. It's weird.
Yeah. He motions to the bot. Says, "Do the best you can. Just work around it. It's fine. Do what you got to do." And it
Work around it.
doesn't seem to be able to talk back or communicate what's wrong. So
I am staring directly. I don't care if he shares language with me. I have the ability. It doesn't matter. I'm staring directly at this robot, and I tell him, "Work around it." That's what he said.
Give me an intimidation check.
Yeah. Nice.
Very fortunately for you, it doesn't seem to be affected at all by intimidation or mental effects. But it received the orders that it was given, so it moves another piece, which is much weaker of a play, and you're able to capitalize on it. Do a double check for a king and win the game.
Hooray!
I suppose you win fair and... Well, you at least win square. Here you go, 4 tokens.
Yeah, get a better board. What's going on with this?
I'm so
Unbelievable
sorry.
that I'm forced to play in this sort of environment.
As he starts to investigate the board and looks at these melded in pieces, the clockwork bot tries to point back and forth and communicate what happened. Was like, "No, it's all right. It's fine. These people they seem nice."
You were very nice for letting the pieces be plastic. Thank you very much. I appreciate that.
They were probably wood or something like that. I'll let it happen.
Thank you.
I guess wood wouldn't really react to acid. Whatever it is, it was good enough. I like it.
Get my angel costume done.
Hell yeah.
Kirko didn't have 2 more tokens. I'm going to take a nap. And in the cart, Chair Bear is probably going to go over to the food place.
Excellent. Let's jump back over to Sunrim quick, who rolled first and is going last. Range.
Yeah.
Alright, sick. You know the drill. It's real simple. You've done this a million times. It's the first to shoot 5 or all 5 targets wins. Silver to enter. Any ranged weapon of your choice. You do see that this big clockwork construct kind of lowers his arm, and he seems to have some sort of an integrated weapon that he's going to fire.
Alright, let's do it.
Alright, they count down from 3, and go. Easy, 1 hit. Easy, 2 hits. Easy, 3 hits. And actually, that middle shot there, you kind of, I assume, do kind of a roll over to the left here and do a piercing shot that actually hits both of these dummies in a single shot. So you've got 4 down, 1 left to go on the next turn. It will take its shot.
It's a 37 that crit as well.
Yeah, it sure would be, actually, but I guess you could do... Yeah, there's 2 ways to get lines here. What, do you have enough... Well, I guess some movement would be involved. I'll let you have 1 with just kind of built-in free crit thing. I think you'd have to move to get both of them.
That's fine.
Alright, let's see. 1. 2. 3. Alright, it is fast, but you are ahead of it. Fire away. You need 1, he needs 2. That is your 1. Alright, as he is landing his 4th shot, you finish your 5th thanks to the double shot. A bell rings, there's applause from a couple of kids. They're like, whoa, that was crazy. I've never seen anything like that. Where did you learn to do that? Is that a real gun?
Yeah, you want it?
No! Oh, his eyes light up.
They're really cool. He gave me one too.
If I can, is it dangerous?
Extremely.
His older sister's like, you really shouldn't. Is a shut up, Susan. I'm getting the gun.
Yeah, shut up, Susan.
If you give it to him, he'll take the gun and start running off.
I'll give him the pop gun.
Oh, okay. Oh, well, thanks anyway, mister. The Carnage comes over and hands you 3 tokens.
Cool. I'll go buy another 2 pop guns.
Excellent.
Hey, Pip, you want this pop gun and a token for my gun?
You can just have your gun back if you want it, Mr. Sun. It's been fun to wave around, but I keep getting some kind of... Grown-ups are looking at me a little worried, I think, so maybe it'd be better to have a toy gun.
Yeah, I'm realizing now that maybe it wasn't such a good idea to give you...
Can I just try shooting it one time first, though?
Yeah, sure.
Alright.
I'm just gonna shoot Sun's gun.
Alright, give me a fort save.
Are you on the stilts?
Oh yeah, if you're on the stilts, also give me a reflex save.
Absolutely. Start with fort.
There are things you
Yes.
just should not be able to save against. Just saying.
Oh, beautiful. Pip walks up on these stilts with a loaded gun. Fires once.
Still dressed as a waffle wearing a cowboy hat.
The gun, like, full on flies out of his hands and lands at the tree behind him. And then Pip starts to fall way over behind you. Your mom kind of grabs the back and, like, hoists you back, like, you, are you okay?
That was crazy. That was so cool.
It was, you were very brave. Let's maybe, and she kind of, like, reaches with her hind leg and grabs the gun and hands it back to Sun. Let's find some other toys to play with, shall we?
Okay. Mr. Sun has a pretend gun for me that I can play with.
That's probably a good idea.
We'll work on your aim next time.
To say that I hit
give me this hack roll. Just give me a d20 plus your dex. I think it's a -2 for an improvised weapon. I guess it's not improvised, you're just not trained. So yeah, d20 plus your dex.
What the fuck my dex is?
Is it a simple gun?
Fitting.
Gun is broken.
Yeah, the gun jams for sure. I'm pretty sure that's a thing for real.
You gotta fix it.
Yeah.
Well, technically not, but
Yeah.
it's been a couple days that Pip's had it, so it probably hasn't been cleaned, so that does make it jam.
Yep.
You got like soil packed in one of the
Probably. It's fucking filthy. You know the way you give a kid something and 30 seconds later it's somehow
Covered in
mysteriously
syrup.
sticky
Yeah.
and covered
It's so
in...
sticky. Fingerprints
Yeah.
everywhere.
Yeah,
It's covered in sap.
The shot ricochets off of something metal, and then in the distance you hear the sound of glass shattering and a dag nabbit! You're not really sure where it went, but it couldn't have been good.
Dag nabbit. That's funny.
Alright.
Jeez.
Has it been an hour since
Oh,
I
there
bailed
was-
everyone?
Well, there was no screaming, so that means it was either a clean shot or no one was hurt, and that's either way, it's good.
That was crazy. That was almost as crazy as how you shot that guy's ear off earlier, son.
Yeah, I don't know why I did that.
Me either.
Who knows? Alright, it is starting to get IRL late, and we have places to go. Is there anything else you guys want to do at the fair real quick?
I want this fair food.
Oh, hell yeah. There's so much good fair food. You can drop
Yeah,
a couple of
fighting
silver.
contest.
Oh, what was that?
Wasn't there like a pie eating contest or
Oh,
something?
there is, yes. If you guys want to do the pie eating contest, we'll kind of speed run that one.
Has it been an hour since I veiled everyone?
Yeah, you guys have definitely spent at least an hour here now.
They definitely turned back into the regular selves.
Alright, the costumes drop off. You guys get signed up for the pie eating contest. Anybody that wants to, it's a silver to join. First place gets 5, second gets 3, and third place gets 1. And we're just going to do straight up fort saves. If you have anything that might give you a bonus, let me know. And we'll just go from
I'm
lowest
gonna
to
cast
highest.
this.
Chair Bear wants to join, but he has no money, and Mal's
Christ.
asleep under a tree.
Lord.
I'm gonna cast that and slither across the tables, eating as much pie as I can.
Yep, Pip just goes over by the shore and gets a little rest in the dirt while Mom climbs up one of these burning trees and rests in its flaming boughs.
Excellent. Alright, Bobble, you can add a +4 to your fort save.
Odin side eyes press. He's not sure if he can beat a man who just doesn't chew anything.
Just eat the whole pie tin.
Does this?
Oh.
Does Bobble? When does Bobble do this?
Presumably, so they do a countdown. Somebody fires a gun into the air, of course, because we're in Wexasass to start us off. And then you watch as Bobble's head splits open at the top middle, pulls aside, revealing a giant maw filled with teeth that just begins devouring pie.
I think I've actually lost my appetite.
I'm a gnome, we can eat anything. So I can't let this thing out eat me.
Yeah. Chair Bear's like, whoa.
Alright. 21 from Sun.
Where's the fortitude save again?
I believe it's on the front page, left middle-ish. Let me see.
Oh, there it is.
Yep.
Page to the left.
Thank you.
28 from Shred.
I'm just gonna roll it normally and then add 4.
Yeah, we'll throw 4 on there. 33 plus 4 more for 37. God damn. All right. Bobble, you found your home. Almost immediately, you get not only your pie, but you kind of reach over and grab the ones from your 2 opponents and eat theirs too. And the judge kind of goes, whoa, slow down, just the one. Here you go. Are you... Oh, boy. All right, there ain't no rules. Here you go. Hands you 5 tokens.
Hell yeah.
Couple seconds or minutes later, it's neck and neck between Shred and Coden. But Shred, by a hair, is able to pull out second place for 3 tokens. And Coden, 1 token for you right afterward.
Mm-hmm. Oh boy.
Well, yep.
Well,
Some good pie.
mm-hmm. Raccoons, have you eaten anything?
I get a pie and
not yet.
it's the best one.
I guess I could eat some pie. Well, I don't know. I think maybe the turkey leg's better for you.
I'm gonna eat one of those too.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to figure out how to turn my angel costume on.
Alright. You grab your angel costume and eventually kind of read through. It does require investment, but you're able to do that pretty quickly. And once you invest and activate it, you watch as like a golden aura of light begins to spill out from behind your head, forming a bit of a halo. 2 golden wings sprout out from your shoulder blades. Your skin takes on this like beautiful, almost porcelain appearance. It is clearly an illusory magical effect in it. It makes you look very celestial, very holy. You can kind of customize it as you see fit, but you look like an angel version of yourself.
Can I have like a cool, like skimpy kind of robe that flows in the wind with like golden embroidery and jewels?
Yep, there's just like a little fig leaf covering the necessary bit. Absolutely.
Wait, he becomes naked when he puts the costume on?
He becomes Greek.
Greek?
Yeah.
Which is synonymous with naked.
Yeah, it's pretty close.
It doesn't have to be that skimp.
No. It's just kind of light sheer clothing that wraps around in all the necessary places.
Yeah. Okay. So now I can flirt with Coden. Hi, Coden.
Oh my god.
So you guys are gonna get something to eat? That sounds great. I'm starving.
Yeah. Like the outfit.
Thank you. It's my costume.
I won't show you up by buying the same costume, but I'm gonna go get one. I'll be right back. Oh man, I don't know which one. There's so many.
Pip runs over to Bobble wearing their skeleton costume, so they look like essentially like dead leaves, and part of them
Yeah.
turned into sort of like fall colors and sort of like broken off from the twigs.
It's like, Bobble! Aunt Bobble, look, I'm a skeleton boy now, too.
Oh, then you're trying to be like me, kid. Okay. Well, first, you gotta work on the hunch. You gotta work on the hunch. All right.
Alright, okay.
Gotta hunch forward a bit more. All right.
Alright.
All right. Next. Do you got any like bugs in you or anything?
I don't have any bugs in me usually. Sometimes I like to find bugs and catch them, though.
All right. Find like I think there's still some left by like the checkers, but find some mealworms and decorate yourself with them.
Okay.
All right. And next, you know how to get people's addresses really quick and your loved ones and family members' informations about them after just gleaming at them once?
No, I don't know how to do that.
Okay, learn that and you'll be just like your Auntie Bobble.
Okay.
All right.
I'll go find some bugs, thanks.
You're welcome.
All right.
Bubble's a weird aunt that gets by identity.
For sure.
I have a weird question.
Yes, hit me.
Yeah.
If I look at the magical properties of these, can we mix them?
Do you have magical crafting?
Yeah.
You're pretty confident that you could like disassemble and like make similar or merged versions of these. It would take you a little crafting time.
Oh,
but
that takes a lot of time.
It wouldn't be a terrible amount of time. These are low-level costumes. Like, you could do it. It would probably take you a couple nights, maybe.
Oh, I want to do this now, though. Wait, are these reusable?
Yeah, absolutely. So each costume can be used for an hour a day. It has to be like consecutive. You turn it on, it works for an hour, and then it dies.
And you turn it off. Okay. Well, that's fun. Okay, now I want to play one more game to get 2 costumes. Has anyone done the
I was going to say
log splitting?
Let's try log split.
Oh, you can have my spare. I'll give you 2 of my tokens.
But I still need 1 more, though. That means even if I fuck this up, I can do it, though. I'll be right back.
All right. Anybody who would like to real quick do the log splitting one, we'll kind of race through this one because it's pretty simple. All you have to do is chop wood faster than the robot.
I think the first rule of log splitting is that we have to take our shirts off, right?
Well, the first rule is that the rules are meant to be broken, but the second rule is you do have to take your shirt off.
I thought they'd make us wear flannel. Taking it off works.
Hell yeah. All right. Anyone who's doing it, it's a silver to join, and I just need 1 athletics check.
I think Jackspin pays a silver and gets Chairbear to do it.
So can Chairbear wield weapons?
Oh no.
He's got paws.
I don't think he can wield an axe.
He can't karate chop?
I'm dragon fist.
Boy, I don't know if you can. I'll tell you what.
If Captain America can split a log between 2 hands by just pulling them apart, I'm sure Chairbear can.
Okay, that makes more sense than karate chopping. Yeah, literally using the claws to pry. There will be a penalty on this. It is less ideal than an axe, but I'll let him try for sure with a -2 circumstance, I'll call it.
Yeah.
You're just doing athletic?
Can I use my own axe?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Mal's just watching.
Grodin is dragging crackers.
I'll try.
Well, you don't have to play it, but you keep me.
Oh, son.
I'm not strong.
Wait. Athletic. Oh.
Oh,
Ate a lot of
shred.
pies.
Killing it.
If I could split logs with acrobatics, and if I could ever roll above a 10.
True. All right. This clockwork creature seems to be purpose-built to rapidly split logs. And although you guys do fine work, except maybe Sun, it is just tremendously faster than almost all of you. Shred, however, obliterates it. I don't know if it's good technique or just strong muscle work or like a little bit of everything.
A little bit of a magic axe that I'm cheating with.
Oh, for sure. It just melts.
we could
through it
use our
almost
own
butter.
weapon. Do we have to use an axe for this? Can I use a khopesh?
You can use anything you want.
Oh, you really shouldn't have said that.
Okay, give me a moment.
Oh, damn. Yeah, even Chair.
33.
Yeah. Yeah, -2 plus 1. Sick.
Yeah.
What? I don't just want to instantly win and show everybody up. Coden, you go. You're really big and strong.
Mhm.
You're great at this.
You could show everyone up, huh?
Oh yeah, but I don't want to. It seems I don't want to take the. Yeah, it's fine.
That's fine. You need your strength.
Yeah. Well.
I'll sling an arm over you and hand you another piece of the pie.
Oh, and I'll hand you a big old turkey leg.
Oh.
There you go.
All right. Mel and Shred each get 3 tokens for beating the bot.
Woo! Hell yeah! Now I can be your angle or your devil.
Angle.
Perfect. All right. Things start to wind down. You guys can spend as much or as little time here as you would like. But eventually, you're able to suss out from all the carnies that Madame Kokolo is likely at the Spider's Den back down in the town square. And I believe it was who was it that it was Mal that sussed out that she can be found by asking for room 12.
Real super duper quick. Can I have a go at that dang log?
There's
Absolutely. Give me that other check.
No. I'll give you a no. I bite it in half.
Sure, give it to me. I'm going to apply the same penalty I applied to Chair Bear. So -2 circumstance, but I'm into it. Oh, you deal double damage to inanimate objects. Yeah, that absolutely will cancel out. Oh my lord, Biscuit.
No, he did better now.
Yeah, it's better.
That's actually pretty fucking wild. Yeah, you step up to this thing, this scrawny little rat folk with no weapon, and just start, like beavering through. Yeah, it's like a buzzsaw.
Like a chainsaw.
Yep. Yeah,
Wood chips everywhere.
That is 3 more tokens.
Okay, sorry.
I think
right, where are we going?
Out where Chris Cuomo lives right now, so we can head over that way.
Come on. I trust you've had a good time.
Man, this place is the best place in the whole wide world. They have all these toys and costumes, and I got to shoot a gun. And Mom tried to kill a bull, but it was not a real bull, it was just a machine.
I love the image of like a cat that is attacking a teddy bear, but just like kicking it.
Right.
Yep. All right. Little bit of railroading because we're down to like an hour, and I want to make sure we leave off at somewhere reasonable. You guys depart from the fair. You know that it will be open for at least another day or two until the Hellsmorn actually happens. But for now, you head back into town to Patriot Square, which is just at the base of that little ramp road there. And down here on one of the corners, you find what appears to be kind of like just kind of your typical Western saloon that has a hanging sign rattling in the wind that reads The Spider's Den. And as you step in,
Complete darkness.
complete darkness. Let's see, here we go.
Oh man,
Oh yeah, ragtime shit.
there we go.
Mom probably can't fit in here, so she'll stay outside.
Thankfully, they are double saloon doors, so if she wanted to, she could fit in, but it would be
Sweet.
a little tight.
I thought you
On
could
the
fit
way
a
here-
whole horse can fit in here.
It would be a little cramped. It would be easier for her to get in than for her to move between the tables. It probably is better she stays out
Yeah,
here.
she'll just wait out front, I think.
Right.
Actually, she won't wait out front. I'll just dismiss her because that's the thing. Because I'm a summoner.
Okay, Mom, I'll see you in a little bit. Bye-bye.
And she disappears in a burst
All right,
of flame
be
and shadow.
good. As you step in, you're greeted by the sound of, as pointed out, a ragtime piano. And as you look up to the north side of the building, you can see that there's a fireplace, and beside the fireplace, there is sort of an upright piano. And sitting at that piano is another one of these clockwork creations with 4 arms that are all simultaneously playing this piano. Just kind of prattling on as people eat and drink. There's a couple of people tending to the bar. They give you just like a little bit of a nod as you approach, but don't really They seem friendly enough, but they don't like go out of their way to welcome you or anything like that.
On the way here, can I startle a random person?
Sure, give me the intimidation check.
With just like a glare. 23.
Let's see. So the question is, how cruel are you willing to be? You tried on a couple of like adult men, and they just seem unfazed. Are you willing to scare a baby? Is what I'm asking.
A baby. It's usually to meet their like will DC.
Correct. Yeah.
Yeah. So like yeah, just a bunch of dudes, and this is like the demoralized action. While I look like a demon.
Yeah, after a while, you're able to find a crowd that is just like completely caught off guard. They weren't expecting you. And one was, oh my gosh. And he just kind of laughs. And you do feel that there's like a little bit of a thump as your tin gets a little bit heavier.
Thank you, just wanted the cookies.
Oh, I understand.
Cookies.
Those things are delicious, ain't they? Pip has already started running around in here. Where did you go? Oh, there you go. Okay.
I accidentally put my guy on the stairs, and then it moved me all over. I don't know what happened.
Yeah, so there are stairs there, and I think if you click it, it does teleport you automatically.
It does.
When Chamber moves in, I think he literally just moves tables out of his way by shoving them aside.
Yeah, Pip for sure just goes running around, looking around to like up in the balconies upstairs and stuff.
Fred's attempting to supervise.
As you make your way towards the back of the stairs, I don't actually have a guy there, but there should be a guy there. There is a guy who seems to have a rifle kind of slung around his back, and he looks a little stern, kind of like he's on guard or on watch or something. And he holds up and he says, "Whoa there, upstairs for adults."
Okay. I'll have to go see if some grown-ups want to go up there. I'll stay down here with the other kids.
All right, run along now. And
We were
Shred,
told
as
to
you,
be rather quiet about this.
Shred, as you are babysitting, you quickly realize why upstairs is for adults. It appears that this is very much a Western saloon. There are women here offering services.
I don't think there's anything fun up there, little guy.
Okay,
We're looking for
Boring adult stuff.
Are there any men?
Yeah, probably.
I'm a man.
You have to pay for him.
From the bar, this woman with her hair done up in these tight curls says, "Hey, can I get you any something?"
Oh yeah, give me an ale of some kind. I'm sure you've got one.
Sure. It kind of looks to everyone else to take drink orders if
Oh.
anybody wants anything.
We also, was it room 23? What number was it?
12, I think.
12.
Do you have anything that a human could drink?
She looks around at most of the inhabitants here, who are some form of human or dwarf or elf. Of course, yeah, I'll get you hooked up, sweetie. Room 12.
What do you think monsters drink?
He thinks we drink blood, probably.
Well, I don't know. Yusoki can literally eat poison and rotten things.
It's okay.
I don't want to be
monsters.
served. Well, I mean, I guess.
But yes, room 12.
Right, understood. I'll tell you what, I'll make these drinks to go then. Just give me a second. And she goes back into the back.
Drinks.
Starts pouring drinks into cups for all of you. It's weird, they're not actually like any different from just giving you a mug of ale. But she does eventually return, hands out drinks to everybody, takes paltry payments. It's a few copper here and there for your drinks. And then she motions to the stairs, all the way up, walk all the way around. It's the last door at the very end.
I'm not allowed to go upstairs because I'm just a kid.
Room 12 will be okay for you. Just cover your eyes, all right?
Here, get in this bag.
I'll carry you if you don't want to see, or that works.
Yeah, can you fit in this tin of cookies?
Can you fit in Bubbles'
In a tin of cookies. I can just carry him, cover his eyes with my hands. They're twice the size of his body. It'll be fine.
That's fine.
And he'll sort of climb up Shred's back and onto his shoulder and just give him the cuppies.
Excellent.
Uppies works. I'll carry him so he doesn't have to get in a cookie tin.
Alright, she nods over to the man who's guarding at the bottom of the stairs and gives a little bit of a nod. And he steps aside to let you all up. And when you get up there, you can see there's like just kind of rafters that look down over the common area. And there are just halls and halls of doors where presumably there are bedrooms, some of which are closed and there's people sleeping inside, some of which are being occupied for other reasons. But eventually, at the far end, you get to this door.
This one? This one.
Way up at the top left.
Oh, top left. Why do the tokens do this?
As you enter, first of all, this room is kind of small for everyone, although you're able to all cramp in here eventually. It looks to be kind of a normal bedroom. It's made up and clean. But at the back of it, there is a metal grate, like a portcullis, with a handle that seems to open it up. We lost Fisk. Hang on, I'll get you. Hold still.
I can't get in.
Hang on, I'm working on it.
Chair Bear, stand guard.
Oh,
I don't think you can fit through the door.
Oh. Excuse me. I'm sorry. Pardon me.
Yeah, they shoo you out and close the door.
Wow, I did not know you could do that.
Open
Do what?
doors?
Oh, I see.
I don't know where to go.
Me either.
You Cody,
You have to click the stairs.
want to try that sometime or?
Where? What?
Wait, you didn't know that sex was a thing, or that you could just rent a room here?
Oh.
What's sex?
Yeah, you know what?
I'll tell you when you're older, buddy. Actually, I don't think it'll ever apply to you, so don't worry.
When you get pollen in your flower.
Oh,
That's what Fauna do.
sounds cool.
Lord. Alright.
No, it's not. It's incredibly painful.
As you step in here, it's very
Why
obvious
do
that there's a little handle that opens this grate up. And when it opens, you see a small metal room with a control panel at the very back of it that seems to have just a lever that goes up and a lever that can be switched down.
What's the lever's current
Oh.
position?
Currently up. Shred steps in. Does anybody else get in with them?
This looks like we're going somewhere weird. He's going to poof Chair Bear into his wand. Back to Pamperville.
Excellent.
And he's just gonna step in
Alright.
and squeeze.
Yeah, without Shaver, there's enough room for everybody to get in at once. As you push the lever down, the grate closes behind you, and you all feel the lift begin to lower. There's kind of a metallic squeaking of greased wheels and tethers, until eventually it comes to a stop. The grate opens back up automatically on its own.
It's a staircase for either people with no legs or people too lazy to use the stairs.
True.
I know someone like that.
Yeah. It's actually pretty likely that, well, you probably have seen, like, lifts before. They were probably operated by magic instead of mechanical, but this seems to be a mix of both.
This is much louder than I'm used to.
As you step down, the noise kind of dims a bit. The crowd is a little bit lighter here. And you find what appears to be just another tavern, although it's a little bit more dimly lit. People are a little more calm. There are people playing cards at some of the tables. A couple are sipping on cocktails. And at the far back of the room, you can see that there is a show happening on stage. There is what appears to be a man at first, but you quickly determine that he is made of clockwork. He looks much more humanoid than most of the machines that you've seen so far. He could at first glance be mistaken for a real human person. And he is sitting kind of reclined with this casual pose with a 12-string steel guitar on his lap. And he's just picking away. Besides him, there are a couple of dancers just kind of softly dancing along to the music. Every now and then they pull out either a shaker or some sort of light percussion and join in. There's a few people watching the show. Some people eat, ignoring it entirely. There's one man at the bar who's serving drinks, and as you approach, he doesn't even say anything to you, but he starts to slide over pre-mixed cocktails for you and a tray that he opens up to reveal cigars, if anybody wants one.
I can't smoke when I'm carrying the child. So.
Bobble takes like 3.
I think it'd be good for you to get down whenever you want. Just pull in my ear if you want. Just don't go back upstairs.
Alright, I'll get down and see what I can find. Just that music sounds cool.
Why are there 2 crackers? What's happening?
I can't move one of them.
If it's on one of like the staircase things, it's like hard to grab your token
Oh,
instead
gotcha.
of clicking
Oh,
on the staircase things.
You can use the arrow keys to move your token up and down.
Can you?
What the hell?
Yeah.
Well, how do you move diagonal?
You tap diagonally. You use both left and up, or right and up.
What you can't do is go left and right.
Guys, we can't do this. We can't do this right now.
Look at that. Whoops. Oh no. Oh.
What's going on?
Bartender,
In this world, we can't go a certain direction.
1 large mead of your highest quality, please.
The scruffy, kind of bald human with this big mustache that goes so low that it covers his mouth gives just a solemn nod. His eyes are kind of downcast. He looks like a man who looks sad but is happy, just kind of quiet and content with his life. And he reaches back and begins to pour from an exquisite-looking bottle this honey golden weed, or mead, not weed, that's for somewhere else. And
Finally,
slides it over to
liquid
you.
marijuana shot.
Oh, and a small milk. Odin, I got you a mead. It's made out of honey. You love honey, right?
Meat is my favorite.
He actually goes back to the back here and picks up a little, like a cone that he whispers into so quietly that nobody else can hear it. And he holds it to his ear and listens for a moment. And after a while, you hear a faint squeaking as a dumbwaiter lowers, and there's a glass of milk that he slides over to you, Crackers, from upstairs.
Wait, is this cow's milk? What kind of milk is this?
He just nods when you say cow's milk.
Oh, okay. I hope so. Thank you.
It's fresh.
Tarantula milk.
No! Why would you say that out
Who
loud?
said those words out loud?
Who would do that?
Can you take away a hero point from Neo?
I already used mine. I can't go into negative hero points.
Damn.
As you guys kind of get situated and grab drinks, you hear laughter and the sound of people kind of shuffling poker chips coming from this back room back here, which appears to be guarded by a couple more people who look a little bit more heavily armed than the one upstairs. You can see that they have rifles slung over their shoulders. They've got these wide-brimmed hats on, and they're keeping a stoic face on, kind of looking over the crowd as they enjoy the drinks and the show. And all of you can kind of make out after a little while the sound of this just real boisterous Southern Belle laugh, this kind of doughy laugh that I am not equipped to do, but I'm sure someone here can.
No!
Yes, there you go. Exactly, just like that.
You gotta get that initial D in there.
Very important.
Doesn't seem to be on stage, so I'm gonna assume she's, gestured back towards the armed guards. Do we just ask to go in?
Hey, can we come in there?
One of them kind of looks at, "Hey, little feller, what's your business?"
We need to talk to Miss Kokomo about some things. Me and my friends are supposed to talk to her.
You're supposed to talk to her? You have a scheduled appointment?
Yeah, we had talked to the people at the fair. They said that we could talk to Miss Kokomo.
Ah, right. Give me a diplomacy check with any bonuses. I know you got some.
Yeah, can I also assist? Not that they need it.
Yeah, you should.
I love
if
that
you
you
want.
can
So that makes it
roll
40.
well on these.
Pip is killing it on these diplomacy checks.
That's true. If this is a crit, it's gonna be a 40. Oh, it is a 40 already. A regular success.
So importantly, this does matter. Are you helping with diplomacy or are you helping with intimidation?
Why is it? No, it's supposed to be performance, not intimidation.
Oh,
They have
okay.
the
Same bonus? Okay.
Yeah, I accidentally clicked intimidation.
Gotcha.
We're an intimidating party.
We kind of are.
He looks over all of you and says, "Hey, you do look like the type, actually. I know she's been
Yeah.
looking for adventurers."
If you could tell her the songbirds have a message.
Ah, right, of course. Give me a moment. He nods to the other one, and the other one kind of like stands to cover the door while he goes in, and you hear the laughter kind of stifles for a moment. The voices hush a bit. You can hear, you can't make out the whispers, but you can hear that they are speaking softly to each other. And then you eventually, oh, of course, send him right in. That's quite all right. We're at a good spot. You fellas don't mind if we take a break, do you? And you hear kind of just a handful of voices. I'll go get a drink. The door opens back up. The guard reemerges. And a handful of other men and women who seem to be pretty intoxicated, some holding playing cards, some with bags of gold that they're kind of scooping off the table begin to emerge.
Oh, they were gambling.
Yeah, as you step inside, you can see that there is, or was rather, what appears to be a very high-stakes poker game going on. There is an unusual amount of wealth on this table, which the woman before you does not even bother trying to guard or hide. She almost seems like it would be absurd to even think of trying to take a piece of gold off of the table right now. And standing behind her, you can see one of the reasons why, almost 9 or 10 feet tall, is this enormous arcana mechanical construct, which has bits and pieces that look to be more like a true magical golem. There's arcane runes floating, there's sigils in the air, but you do see that it is at least partially constructed of what appears to be scrapped bits of Imric technology. The head appears to be the head of one of those Imric war dogs that you guys have fought before. The belly is kind of a repurposed one of its furnaces. It seems to be a conglomerate of Imric technology and normal magical golem technology. Madame Kokolo herself is very well put together. She's powdered. She has makeup and a kind of a rich blood red dress. She has a wide-brimmed hat with a feather that goes all the way up to the ceiling and then back down some. A little fan that she keeps on her side that she's kind of gently fanning herself with, and a pleasant smile. And as you step in, she stands for a moment and offers graciously for you all to take a seat. It is wonderful to meet all of you. I am Madame Kokolo. To whom do I owe the pleasure?
Songbirds of Hurrah require.
Can I have your hat?
The cultists.
You cannot have my hat. And the cultists, is that what you're calling yourselves now? This is a
We
different
don't.
group that I spoke to before. I trust the business is still the same?
This is a
Same
different
business, different.
Well, why don't you tell me what you're after? Please sit. Fetch. And she kind of like snaps a couple times, and one of the guards goes to fetch another round of drinks for everybody, even though most of you are already holding full drinks.
Can I try on your hat?
Listen, that is very brash, very bold of you, and perhaps if we get to know each other a bit first. And she kind of like bats her eyes a couple times in this very practiced, flirty manner. But no, let's get to know each other first, shall we?
You could try on my scarf.
Give me a persuasion check.
I like to add, this is a very fancy scarf.
Excellent, let's see it.
The scarf is actually a dueling cape.
I'm an angel.
Does look, when I see y'all are enjoying the festivities, I do love Hell's Morn. It's an opportunity to evaluate the things we fear and see if some good can come of them. And on that note, I think we can have an arrangement. She takes her hat off and she reaches for your scarf and offers the hat to you.
Yeah, I'll let her try on my cape and then try on
How
her hat.
giddy does he look to put the hat on?
The hat is exquisite. It appears to be made of this very finely and intricately woven silk. It has kind of a sheen to it that might not be expected from this sort of hat. And you can actually see once you put it on that the feather is artificial and seems to be made from silk strands as well. They're ultra light. It seems to almost just kind of wave on its own through the air as you wave it back and forth.
Yeah, I do go like, ooh, very fancy. But then I pass it back to her quick, and I'm like, I like it a lot, but I do not like having such a big feather above my head. It makes me think there's a bird right there.
Not a fan of birds, are you?
No, I hate them. They scare me a lot, actually. I say, disguise.
It's a bird.
That's like a furry bird right now. Yeah.
Well, if it puts your mind at ease, I can put it away for you, or I can simply tell you this didn't come from a bird.
That does help a lot, actually. Thank you.
Wonderful. It's made from spider silk strands.
I would really hate to imagine what sort of bird would produce a feather that big.
Oh, as do I. I've heard tales of very large rocks out to the west, but I have had the good pleasure not to run into any of them so far. Speaking of good pleasure, what can I do for all of you?
Well, first, I was curious if you're the one responsible for those metal dogs that probably ate one of my kids at some point.
No. Those are Imric. I'm sure you understand the war that's happening to our west. As she looks up at the golem, I can see how there would be confusion, but rest assured, my job is not to make those. They're made overseas and brought here. My job is to take that which we fear and make it useful to us. If this war is going to happen anyway, why not try to find a silver lining in all of it, huh?
Well, I noticed that some of them were able to go underwater when most of those Emmerich ones kind of just pussied out the moment they saw a little puddle.
The dog specifically.
The dog specifically, yeah.
While it may sound overly sympathetic to their cause, there are advantages of having magic available to us. We don't need to rely on primitive coals and fire to make our machines move. And she kind of knocks a little bit and twists a dial, and you can see the runes, the glyphs, these pink arcane sigils, kind of flicker in and out, and this thing powers down for a moment and powers back up. This thing only needs access to a little drop of magic. It can run forever, in rain or shine.
Mm.
I'm actually looking to purchase a fleet of these, if you have any. Though that can be a business for a later date, we're here on behalf of the Songbirds of Ra. I'm Malfarian Belfagast.
It is wonderful to meet you, Malfarian Belfagast. I am Madame Kokolo.
We're here for an anti-magic, what do you call engine?
Yes, so it is time for that already. I suppose we can move that plan up. And she kind of looks down to herself with a pleasant smile. Yes, this is a bit earlier than we discussed before, but I take it your companions, I take it they're not with us anymore? I heard there was a terrible attack.
Do tell us what you discussed.
We had discussed a device that would make an area about 30 foot square, or rather 30 foot to a side, divorced from the weave just long enough, about 2 or 3 minutes, to perform some ritual. They wouldn't tell me the details, but, and she takes a moment to kind of like look over everyone's faces, and you can read on her that she's deciding whether to gamble on a guess. And eventually she sort of settles, if I may be so bold, is this about Raisin Raw? Is it time?
I believe so.
Well, I suppose the moment has never been more fitting. Frankly,
Exactly.
I think it's a great idea. I think it's wonderful. I think that the sooner we can put this war to rest, the sooner we can start ushering in a new generation of Imrics and Azantics and natives who grew up together as neighbors instead of enemies. Well, here's the bad news. It's going to take me a little time to get it made for you, and I'm going to need a couple of resources that I was expecting to have back in a couple of weeks, but don't have right now. If we wanted to accelerate it, though... bear with me for a moment. And she starts to dig around in this big, kind of velvety red bag that you can tell she reaches almost her whole body into it, despite it being the size of a purse. There's clearly like a magical interior storage.
She climbs in halfway.
Yeah, almost got a little bit of that Mary
Her
Poppins
legs
thing going on.
waving in the air.
Eventually, she fetches out a scroll of paper that she unfurls, and as she unfurls it, at first it looks like a map, a well-drawn map, but then before your very eyes, it rises up and forms in miniature what appears to be a extremely realistic aerial view of the region.
Ooh.
Wow.
So, there are 2 parts that I need. Both of them are currently in the hands of the enemy. For a hefty fee, I might add. They pay very well to fight each other, and I'm happy to be in the middle of that. The first was sold to a handful of Drewskis that were looking to take over a dinosaur ranch over west near the Salt Flats. The other given to some serial secret agents who I believe are held up in a bank over in the ghost town of Crow's Feather. I don't mind what happens to either one of them. They aren't my friends, and they've already paid. Frankly, the Cyrilla ones were dicks, and the Drewskis are here to warmonger, so if you want to get rid of all of them, I'm fine with that. There are hundreds of Drewski over there. It's probably best you don't reveal yourselves to them. So, at least one stealth mission going on here.
So you had these resources and then you sold them.
That is correct, yes.
Rand.
I must repeat myself, I was not expected to have these for your crew for another month or 2. If you wanted to wait a month or 2, I could make new ones, but something tells me that we are running low on time if the original crew is all dead and you guys are here in their stead.
Time
Right.
is of essence.
We can't wrong you for doing your business, so fault you for doing your business.
I don't claim to be morally perfect, but I use the money that they're willing to throw at me to fight each other to make this place better. I like to think that when I die, the gods will look on me with some favor, at least a couple of them. Anyway, and she begins to kind of like trace her finger along, and a path reveals itself. Let's see here. How do I do this in Foundry? There it is.
Okay, crow's feather. And Drewski.
Fucking dinosaur.
I'll take the dinosaur group.
Yeah, absolutely.
Ah, man, it's hard to not go with dinosaur group, right?
Dinosaur team all day.
Which one is the stealth mission?
So, here's what I know. The first thing first is you will all probably want to travel together through the mountains. It's a relatively safe path, but ever since Crow's Feather was turned into a ghost town, nobody goes that way in some time, so you might run into some difficulties. You'll probably want to split around the Salt Flats. Crow's Feather is a ghost town. There was a young dragon that moved in a couple months ago, cleared everyone out. Not sure why he's this far south. They don't normally cross over the ocean. But for some reason, he has decided to make that his lair. He's not the only one who's holed up there, though. There's a bunch of Cyril agents, maybe 8 or 9 of them in total, who are using it as a hideout to spy on the Drewski, and they requested an anti-magic device to help with that. I was happy to oblige, and they were happy to pay. I imagine you probably don't want to be spotted by the dragon, or if you do, you're going to want to make sure you can take it down. It's a small one, but I shouldn't need to tell people of your stature that small dragons are still a big problem. They're holed up in the bank there, so I guess all you need to do is sneak in, get into the bank, find this device, which, by the way, looks like a big black cube with emeralds on the corners. Can't miss it. It practically thrums with anti-magic. Be ready for that, by the way. Everything around it won't work. All of these, and she kind of like hand waves to the various bits of magic that you guys visibly have on you. Those might not work on that part of the mission, at least while you're holding it.
Ooh.
So I will not have magic if I go there.
The radius of the device I gave to them is small. It's only maybe 5 or 10 feet. It's not the full 30-foot cube that your device will be. But it was made to be used as a weapon, and they may use that weapon against you. So if you rely heavily on magic, you should be prepared to deal with that.
Is there a way to switch it off?
Yes, if you can get a hold of it, it takes about a minute to turn on and off. The other alternative mission is the war camp. You are all familiar with Drewski, I presume. Lots of dwarves, orcs, siege weapons. They took over this dinosaur ranch after Crow's Feather went ghost, and have been trying to train them to carry their siege machines. I assume they have a breaker there with them, probably someone who's good at taming animals. I suspect at least a few of those dinosaurs are going to be hostile towards all y'all, and I must repeat, there are hundreds of Drewski there. That probably needs to be a stealth mission.
Oh, that's the stealth mission. I might take that one.
There are simply too many there for you to fight up front, unless you have a clever plan, and I do respect a clever plan. I lose nothing if y'all die, but I still would love to see you come back.
Since you don't have the thing that we came for, can you give us something else that's really cool? Because I saw this stuff at your fair, and I got these stilts, and I was wondering if I could just have another cool thing.
How about that large guy behind you?
Maybe something that would help with killing dragons or something.
Give me a persuasion check. I'll tell you what. If you guys are willing to make some sort of a deposit, I could arm you for this mission. I'll let you borrow something that's a little more advanced.
I've got 405 gold pieces now. I spent some at the fair earlier.
Aren't you trying to raise Ra?
Oh, sweetheart, I'm just...
Now's your...
Yes. Good. Finish the thing. Sorry.
Won't that be good for business?
Oh, it'd be terrific for business. War is profitable, but prosperity is even more profitable.
You can't have prosperity without investment.
Give me a persuasion check.
Stop calling it that. I can never find it.
Sorry, yeah, diplomacy.
I'm a rat!
I like the word you use. Investment makes a lot of sense. I am not one to give gifts to strangers, but if you would like to leave some collateral behind, I think I could give you something. What do you have in mind? Weapons? Magical devices? Scrolls? Runes?
I can stay behind.
I do appreciate the offer. You know what? Give me a diplomacy check.
Yes, would you like our whole ass gunslinger?
I'm not going to be useful on either of these missions.
You don't want to shoot a dinosaur at all?
That's not very stealthy.
You're not stealthy at all?
Not using guns.
We do have a silencer.
That is literally true.
True.
That works once.
We can actually buy non-magical silencers that don't just work. That's a thing you can do to your guns.
I could just ask him if we can have it back.
See, we're taking on a lot of risk, and we aren't positioned to take any benefit out of it, really. Not financially, like you are. So...
I'll tell you
I'm
what.
good with waiting a month, sure. Why not?
I'll tell you what. If you're able to retrieve these two, I'll turn them into the device that you need. When you're done with the device, you bring it back here and I keep it. If you're alright with those terms, I'll outfit you all handsomely for this mission. I can fetch you a handful more of those silencers. I can fetch some runes for your weapons. I can even throw on just a flat stipend before you leave town.
Do you have any more, like, cool toys like these stilts or anything like that?
Yeah, or something like a gun that reloads itself.
I think I could find something kind of like that.
Or doesn't have like a 50% penalty to hit.
Yeah, or like some more stilts.
Oh, Lord.
Or some stilts.
If we all get on the stilts and then we stand on each other's shoulder, we could practice for a while and then we'd stand on each other's shoulders on the stilts and we'd be like 100 feet tall. Maybe we could get as high as like the second sun when it comes out, you know?
Maybe instead of more stilts, you have something that is stilt-like, but makes us better at sneaking around. Like some slippers or something.
Christ almighty. You know what? This is brilliant. When are y'all planning on leaving? If I can have a couple of nights to whip something up, I could probably come up with some toys that'll help you on these missions.
Let's have a couple of nights. I
That
do
seems
have
like
a spell that helps us become invisible for a while, but it doesn't last very long.
Wonderful. Well then, please, make yourselves at peace here. You can have a couple of rooms once the business closes, but that might be 2 or 3 a.m. If you'd rather, there's a place across the street that's a little less boisterous overnight. I can get you in there for free. Why don't you check back on... she takes a look. And by that I mean I take a look to see what the current date is, because I've forgotten.
Why is it loud at nighttime? Aren't people sleeping?
Some people sleep loud, Pip.
Some people really snore a lot while they sleep.
Yeah, they snore. Okay, that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
They're getting pollen in their flowers.
I'll tell you what.
Not everyone sleeps in their bed.
Well, yeah, you can jump on the bed, or you can play hide and seek under the covers, or you can snuggle with your mom.
Exactly.
I sleep on the bear.
Lord.
Oh, I'm jealous.
I'm gonna go find somebody to play hide and seek on the bed with.
Excellent. You are certainly able to find somebody to play hide and go seek on the bed with. She will. Why don't y'all take the weekend? Enjoy yourselves. Enjoy the festivities. Enjoy the Hell's Morn. We're guessing it'll probably be on Styx Day. It's going to be delightful. I don't know. Let's see. Yeah, check back in on Zion's Day. I'll get you all outfitted, and we'll have you on your way by M Day. Huh?
Works for me.
How
haven't
much is
learned
her
this
outfit?
world's calendar yet, so I don't know what those days mean. So it works great for me.
Perfect. Basically, today's Thursday. She'll have you out on Monday.
Okay. So how expensive is her outfit?
Her outfit, you could give me society to try to guess how expensive it is, or crafting if you have one.
Society.
Cool.
I just want to gauge how much I like her.
I see.
Ooh. I don't fucking know. This is not threads that I'm used to.
So part of what makes it difficult to tell is A, the quality of the material is incredibly high, but B, it is very clear that this was like handmade and holds some sentimental value. This is more of a sentimental item than it is a luxury item, I guess is the best way to put it. Which doesn't necessarily mean that it's worth less, but it means that the value of it is very subjective and it's hard to tell.
Okay. So I don't really care very much.
Probably not, no.
Because mine is worth 55.
Yeah. Yeah, you suspect it's probably somewhere in that ballpark, but it's probably worth more to her than it would be to anyone else.
It gives me a benefit when talking to rich people. I just don't know if like it would work with her.
Oh, for sure. She's wealthy as fuck. She's sitting at a poker table where there are probably 4,000 pieces of gold.
Sweet. I think she's the person I like the most in this entire place. I might hang out with her for a bit.
She's content to sit and chat for quite some time, actually. She is not in any hurry to get rid of all of you. In fact, she's kind of intrigued by all of your stories. Once she realizes that, like, oh, the plan's really happening, these cultists are onto something, she does actually. So, what is it that you all hope to get out of this? I've heard so many stories of people trying to raise this god, but truth be told, I don't know what it would actually do.
I don't either. I'm just sort of doing it for a friend.
A friend, huh? Who's that?
A Cheesin.
A Cheesin. I don't know a Cheesin. The name is quite
one of the greatest wizards the world has ever known.
Cheese and crackers go way back.
Currently lives rent-free in his head.
Oh, wait. With a Q?
Yeah.
You know him?
Uh-huh.
Well, I'll be.
We were best friends.
Best friends, you say? Oh, Lord, you think you could set up a meeting?
Sure, we could beat him up until he goes unconscious.
He's gone for now.
Well, if he is here for this, you make sure you name drop me, alright? You tell him that I helped. Madame Kokolo is happy to help with any of his aspirations. Maybe he'll name something after me, huh?
Can I have a piece of paper?
Certainly. She'll slide over kind of a nice piece of parchment.
How do I post this dumb thing? There. Yeah.
Automatic writing.
Receive a written message delivered by your hands. 10 minutes seated. Guided by spirits. Recall knowledge with any lore skill you're not trained using your occultism modifier. Okay. So you basically roll occultism and roll a different lore skill with it.
Right, well, sort of just seeing what Cheesin wants to do with it. Using it as a plot tool rather than a lore check.
Alright, as you kind
Although
of
I do have many lores that are applicable.
For sure. Give me an occultism check real quick.
No! Hero point.
Lord Cheesin.
Go for it, go for it.
Nuts!
It's not very bad.
It's fine. It's fine. It's a plot thing.
As you begin to kind of let the spirit move through you and siphon this energy that is kind of dormant within you, what eventually comes out are not words, but diagrams, arcane glyphs and occult sigils, which at first it's hard to make heads or tails of, but eventually as she's watching, says, oh, yes, of course, this is the field that was described. Yes, I see. And then she continues to watch. Right. Okay, yes, okay, we gotta close that channel. I see. This is all what I was told. Everything seems to be in order, but, it is bizarre to see his handiwork secondhand. And she kind of looks up to you. Are you... You just know him? He's just a friend?
I'm sorry, I'm stupefied for 10 minutes.
She
So
kind of
carry on
like,
without me.
yeah, she kind of like snaps and waves her hand in front of. He's out, isn't he? He's gone.
I was not joking
Seems
when I
that way.
said he lives in his head rent free.
I'll be damned. Well, I sit before a legend. I didn't even know it. The rest of y'all famous too.
Oh no.
Yeah.
I wouldn't call myself famous.
We did kill the widower earlier, if you're aware of that monstrous legend from across the continent.
The widower, is that like a mass murderer type?
Yeah. Seeks out the husbands of every living being on the planet and brutally consumes them, hoarding their rings in its dung pile.
Oh, that's horrid. I am glad to hear that you've taken care of it. It sounds like a true menace.
Yeah, it was. Lost like several husbands to it myself.
Several husbands? How many are you on now?
I lost count. Well, some of them might still be alive. You can ask them.
Can I ask you something very personal?
Sure. Why not?
What's it like? Is it worth it? Getting
What's
hitched?
it like? Getting hitched? Well, the first one I did out of obligation. The second, more like I was there. They asked. Third, I just woke up one day and realized I was married. And then as it went on, I just kind of kept abandoning them, and then coming to realize maybe spending time with someone ain't that bad. And then along this final one, and by the time he was like, but I felt sad when the widower brutally maimed him and tore him apart limb from limb. His screams actually made me feel something when I looked at the kids I had with him, and I wanted to protect them for once. So like, get through the first few and like see if you're feeling anything by that. And by the end, if like by the fifth or sixth one you start, then maybe stick around.
I can't tell if this is incredibly sweet or incredibly horrifying.
Yeah.
I wonder if she says that as well.
Horrifying.
This is exactly what she says.
I'll be damned. Well, that sure sounds like an adventure. I don't know if I'm ready for all that just yet. I still got... Boy, though.
Yeah, warmongering, I heard, is a bit of a busy business.
Well,
I mean, I kind of had to stop doing all my occult shit to settle down and raise a family. Getting back into it, though. My little companion here is helping, and Grits, like, pops out of the back grass and onto the mushroom and stuff. But yeah.
She does give a little bit of a wry smile, and she says with a curl to her mouth, I do prefer the term profiteer. I ain't mongering the war, but if it's gonna happen anyway, I don't see why I shouldn't benefit myself and my friends.
Oh, don't put yourself on such a high pedestal. A lot of people used to call me a fucking cursed witch which would be burned at the stake, and I took that in stride. It's nice to be feared sometimes.
She doesn't say anything out loud, but when you say it's nice to be feared sometimes, she does raise a glass and take a sip. Kind of like a small toast to that.
I raise back and say false. Yeah.
Alright. So here's the hard business. You guys got to split yourself into two teams. One for the ghost town, one for the Dino Ranch.
Dino Ranch.
Feel free to drag your tokens where you want to be. I'm going to let you guys... Part of the experiment is I'm going to let you guys argue amongst yourselves. We'll see how it goes.
Safe Dino Ranch is a stealth mission. That is not my strong suit.
I'm real good at stealth.
Oh, I'm not too bad at it, actually. Shit.
And I can help others.
It's stealth, and also you can be disguised as Drewski people by my veil.
I'm gonna be disguised as a ninja, so.
Hell yeah.
Coden, you pick first.
Oh boy.
I will say if the Drewski one involves any having to talk to people or do diplomacy, that is my strongest suit. So
I feel like if I'm going to be interacting with human people, then I have a lot of shit that could really help fucking torment the shit out of them, so that we can sneak better. But
Yeah. I'm really good at anything to do with stealth, and I can help others going through brush.
Stealth
So
isn't
if
my
it's in the
best,
city-
but I have a ghost touch weapon, so maybe I should do
That's-
the ghost town.
me and Crash should probably split because we're the two big healers too.
I'm okay. We're trained in stealth, and I also have dinosaur lore, so that's why I'm thinking
that's so
dinosaur
nice.
camp.
Yeah. Why do you have dinosaur lore?
Because the
Amazing.
I can't remember. I got a lore skill from something, and I was like, that's a stupid lore skill that's never going to come up. So what can I replace it with that's never going to come up? And then Vec was like, cool, that's fine, and decided to put dinosaurs in.
Oh, I need you to
trying
know.
to tease me.
I need you to know this was not for you. Do you remember that paint series from like 4 years ago of like the Western Frontier dinosaur farms? Because that's what this is all based on. I love that shit. I gobble that shit up.
Were you a dinosaur king?
Oh my god, yes. I was a big
Oh,
dinosaur
hell yeah,
kid.
yeah. We were dinosaur kids.
We were a dinosaur family.
No, Dinosaur King.
Dinosaur-
That arcade game which had like a Pokemon anime ripoff.
Oh, I don't know this, yeah.
Okay.
Well, I guess I'll also throw my lot in for dinosaur stuff.
Hell
Unless
yeah.
it's all city. I doubt it's city, but
Oh yeah,
don't
you know what? I love
got
dinosaurs
Monster
too.
Hunter Arc.
Can you turn into a dinosaur?
Well, right now, Cress and I are going to kill a dragon by ourselves, and I don't see that happening.
Or yeah, we're gonna get killed by a dragon.
I guess I'll go with the dragon camp then. I have
Well,
no idea.
ideally, you don't kill the dragon, right? You just get the anti-magic thing
Where am I?
and get out.
Oh, I put my token on the screen again.
Well, if that's the case, isn't this the stealth mission?
Well, no, because there's still 8 people you have to deal with there. And then there's a dragon you want to avoid.
I can try to talk to the dragon.
It is.
If you want.
Honestly, I think that would work.
Yeah, to give a little bit more context, dragons are sentient, reasonable, intelligent things. It's not unreasonable that talking might be an option here. And serial agents. Serial agents, that is the big kind of religio-fascist elf kingdom way up to the north. The one pip that your mom blew up at the very start in your opening mission. Those were serial attacks people, basically. They're bad guys, for sure, but they are technically part of the Inner Kingdoms, and it is not unreasonable. They're not going to shoot on sight, is what I'm trying to say. They're bad, evil, mean people, but they are not your enemies in the war. They're just assholes.
And Drewski
are explicitly your enemies in the war. They are dwarfs and orcs, mostly, that come from the mountainous region across the sea to the southeast. They have been plaguing this land for a long time. They are explicitly like attack on sight, bad, evil, warring people.
Okay.
Dwarves and orcs.
So probably if there's any talking to be done, it's going to be more Team Dragon. But then there's no healer going to the dinosaur camp, so maybe I should stick with the dinosaur camp.
Coden has
A
amazing
healer.
healing.
Can do some.
And
Coden's a healer?
Say
Okay.
Mal's good at healing too, isn't he? Or decent?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys are
And-
very heal heavy. You guys have a ton of healers.
Okay.
Shred
Yeah.
also is a ton of healing.
Even
Yeah.
if, like, it's a stealth mission, so we're not going to get hurt anyways.
Okay, Pip will go.
Hopefully.
Pip will go crows because Mom hates those guys, and because he can talk to the dragon.
I hope Crackers isn't scared of dinosaurs.
I have my anti-fear teddy.
I also am really good at making people not afraid. I have a thing that I've not got a chance to use yet, but
Hell yeah.
That's okay.
Oh,
That's
I'm very
concerning.
good at
Dragon
making
spearing
people
people? No
afraid.
way.
All right.
That'll be good, I think.
Sick. If Gargle is able to make it, we'll slap him on whichever one he prefers. Although his schedule has been weird lately, and he's kind of on a standby part-time status.
Oh
for a
no,
while.
he died a while ago.
Gargle died.
Yeah, he died. He's gone now.
I see.
He thought he could swim along by the whale and was eaten by sharks.
He just grew too fast for his.
Yeah, I think he's dealing
Oh,
with the
gigantic.
pain of his legs growing too quickly. The muscles haven't formed properly.
Oh yeah, he just exploded. Blood guts
Yeah.
everywhere.
He,
No, he's just out
his
in the
bones
ocean
grew,
eating
so
fish,
he
getting
just has
stronger.
bare bones sticking out of the bottom of his body.
His legs grew too fast, so he actually like shot out from his kneecaps up like a spring.
Oh, actually, he's
And now
who
he
we
just
left
has
for
nothing.
collateral.
Thank God.
That might
That
be
makes
the case.
sense, right?
I really like the idea of him just getting stronger in the ocean, and at some point later campaigns will fight him. He's like a giga, whatever you call it.
Yeah.
Giga
Kaiju?
Kurokoa
Kaiju, yeah.
with a tiny hat.
Still the tiniest little hat.
The bishop hat. Yeah, no, he's around. He's just we left him as collateral.
Hi.
Oh, that did not work. Oh my lord.
And intimidate the dragon. I can do it.
I'm gonna fuck the dragon.
Oh my.
Lord.
I'm gonna bore the dragon to
I
death
never said I
with
wasn't
one of
gonna
my
fuck
husbands.
Can I join?
Hey, Mr. Dragon, can my friends put their pollen on your leaves?
Ooh.
Lord.
Can we
Flower,
force
Pip, not leaves. Flowers.
Okay.
Pistils and stamen.
It doesn't have to be in the flower.
By the way, can we just draft in to come in and voice the dragon the whole time? That'd be great.
I want to go to that one then.
Drake, you simp.
You absolute
Great.
man whore. Alright, you guys are able to kind of do whatever you want with the weekend, whether it's going out to the fair, enjoying your time here, gambling, fishing. There's a lot to do. The fair still goes on for a couple more days. But we'll sort all that out as we go, and we will pick up next week with missions.
Okay.
Fred's gonna do every mini game until he has enough tokens to buy all the costumes.
Hell yeah.
I want more fireworks, but I
Yes.
also want another costume.
Can I,
I want
respec my
costumes.
entire character?
Sure, why not? Go for it.
That's what this campaign's for?
Yeah, that
Trying
is
out,
the point
trying
of the
out
campaign.
builds?
You can kill Sun and bring someone else in if you really want.
True.
I already tried that, and then
Oh,
I
right.
wasn't allowed.
No. To be very clear, if at any point you want to bring in a literally new campaign or character, that's fine. I just didn't want you to do it in the middle of the mission because we still had stuff left to do. Between missions, totally fine.
I tried to get you arrested today. Gave you an easy way up into the sunset.
I should have been arrested for that.
Yeah, probably.
No, man, people were shooting every year.
Yeah, you are in actually the Wild West out here.
You're in the one place where shooting someone is probably a faux pas, but like not illegal.
I shouldn't say anything, actually. I should keep my goddamn mouth shut, because that's being a DM.
I can roll something for it. What do you want?
We can shoot people.
An extremely difficult perception check. Wildly difficult. Extremely, extremely difficult.
Gotcha.
If
Question is, do I care enough for it? Probably not. Mal wouldn't care.
You were one of the people that went over and tried to talk the guard, or talk the carny down.
Yeah. Oh, the Carney probably has a ton of bullet scars and is hiding it. That's what's very hard.
Yeah, if you run like a almost definitely rigged carnival game in a town like this, you've probably been shot at before.
Alright, gang, I'm a bounce.
Alright, have a
Yeah.
good
Bye.
Have a good
Next
night.
time.
Do we level up?
I feel like we should have at least like one real fight at this level before we level again, right?
No.
I should finish
No.
my
I agree.
I do agree that we should. We're going so fast through this.
Yeah,
like,
we're speeding through these levels.
I've got things from 3 levels ago that I haven't even had a chance to use yet. I'm like, I look at my character sheet and I get confused. I'm like, oh, that's a cool thing.
Yeah.
Why did I get that?
I used all my level up things this session.
A
I have to
thousand
get so far into the sorcerer archetype before I get anything.
Yeah.
That's a sorcerer?
He's dipping sorcerer. He's got the sorcerer archetype.
I haven't got to really use any
Yeah.
of it because it's all been like level 1 spells that are very niche.
Okay.
Did you get Fleet Step?
No.
Really should. Increases your speed by 30.
Does it? Okay, that's pretty good. I didn't know that existed. There's too many damn spells.
That one's a general feat, right?
Arcane. No. Fleet Step is a spell. Arcane.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah, it's a
Fleet
good
is a
one.
general feat, which I do have.
Yeah.
Yeah, Coden has.
Of course you do, because it's the only one we're taking.
I mean, it's a real
It's-
good one.
Bullshit.
Yeah.
I took Shield Block, which is good.
I already had
Congrats, I
that and I
guess.
don't use it. Because shields
Long
are dumb
strider.
because I have to waste so much of my time worrying about shields.
You literally have feats that let you wield them.
I know, but then I still have to use a second reaction to do it, but I still have to use an action to raise the shield. So
No, I mean, you have a free action to raise your shield, don't you? As a paladin.
Ooh, I don't do that.
I don't. You don't get a free action. You get the reaction to raise it. It's dumb.
Oh.
I'd have to take.
Oh, that's for the shield companion. It might be. You're not. You don't have a shield companion.
No, I picked Blade
The sword
Ally,
one. Yeah, Blade Ally.
which honestly, all that does is make it so I can carry all my weapons at the same time. If I,
I mean, that's
dedicated
good for
myself
you.
to one weapon, then I could. But
It's better to have versatile weapons anyway, because some things work better than others.
Imagine not taking Steed Ally. the correct choice.
Steed ally, so
I've
cool.
already played a character with a mount, and
No,
I feel weird playing another one.
I'm razzing you, but I would, yeah. Part of it is that, I don't know, I feel like the mount is a big part of the paladin, like, what's the word I'm looking for? The paladin archetype, the paladin picture.
Motif.
Yeah. Goes way back to
the
second
theme.
edition when you could pick between a steed or a warhawk, and you had to pick the warhawk every
Hell
single
yeah.
time. You remember when paladins used to be falconers?
Ooh,
That is
okay,
pretty
maybe. I have an idea now.
Never. We're not that old.
Yeah, Biscuit, you're way older than all of us. We wouldn't possibly remember it.
They never gave them the falconer thing back.
What's the...
I picked up an item that turns one of my unarmed attacks into my best unarmed attack,
Ooh.
doing literally nothing. Because that's already my unarmed attack.
Yeah.
Oh, because you don't have a bite, I guess.
It also does other stuff, but that's one of the actions that it can do, is just turn one of your unarmed attacks into literally just a direct copy of your existing unarmed attack.
Huh.
It technically changes like the damage type, possibly.
What is the... Someone help. Somebody please help. What is the word I'm looking for? When somebody... Like, when something is the distilled, pure essence of an idea. I know there's...
Archetype?
Archetype is close, but there's like,
Oh.
I just use Plato's
Vision,
World of
motif, essence.
Close. That's a close word.
It's like the pure...
Essence of the idea.
Epitome.
Yeah, we're getting
The
there.
cliche.
Yeah, we're dancing around it.